of just water.
At first, I was
Pepsi.
like, 2 Cokes will be fine. And then I went through both Cokes in like an hour in the early sessions. And I'm like, you know what? I should just start buying myself 2 liters.
Yeah,
I mean, I just have a regular flask of water.
yeah. So I quit
It's
drinking
only a
soda.
matter of time before they start selling 2 liters in 6 packs.
I'm amazed they
Yeah.
haven't.
I'm kind of amazed they haven't either at this point.
Oh.
Everything should be set at this point. And then at this point, do we have an ETA on Dalmar?
No, he said that he's on the phone with customer support. He said he'll be here in a few minutes, so.
Guess what, bitch? It's been more than a few minutes. God,
Yeah.
I'm so behind on this.
It's probably for his mom, so it's necessary.
I just saw the Deltarune thing. God.
That's fucking game.
Yeah. And I'll probably have to cut it like right at 5:15ish, no later than that this time.
Okay, so try to cut it off at like on time.
Yeah. 5:15 I can get to. I have something I have to deal with on other things. Ugh. I'm a guild leader. Let's just put it that way.
Ah, so you got a raid going on.
No, we have a potential merger coming in. So
Interesting.
we have to have a little chat with their officers.
God, the fact that that's how like hardcore
It's not even
shit
hardcore.
gets.
It's just trying to make sure we all have the same vibe, and because
Yeah.
we've had people try to come in and found out that like a couple of them would say racist shit, kind of like Call of Duty chat, essentially,
Yeah.
how that gets. And everyone else was like, "Oh yeah, it happens once in a while. It's fine." And we're like, "Yeah, no, guys." Like everyone else was cool, and then we heard that we're like, "Nope." Like not even touch that 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah. So that's a big reason why we have to have these little sit downs when mergers happen, because we don't want to have people merge into the guild, then all of a sudden we boot one of them, which pisses off the other people and causes drama.
You guys talking about Toontown?
Yes, Toontown.
I was actually about to ask what game this is.
World of Warcraft, which is notorious for its toxic community.
Yep.
So,
I mean, it's a Blizzard game.
In all fairness, though, Overwatch wasn't toxic until they started like really nerfing and buffing the shit out of people. And they also gave the in-game kick option. Once they put that into play, everything went south.
yeah.
I mean, as someone who's very much like in the space of like the TF2 community when that game came out, it was toxic right out of the gate.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Compared to other Blizzard games, it was very balanced, but then it really just got real bad.
Yeah.
So I will say, World of Warcraft is one of these games I've always kind of wanted to try, but never really wanted to because like I don't like the idea of playing subscription free for a game.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just I've played it since vanilla, so it's one of those ones I still just keep playing.
It's got your neurons captured.
Pretty much, and I love
Get
its
that
lore.
brain space back.
It's stolen your soul.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
Okay, so hopefully everything is set up now. With everybody here.
It's a down bar.
Yes.
Coming back to outside of this dungeon in the cave mines, as you all partake in your long rest after somewhat accepting the idea of Darren having passing around his belongings and taking your own fair share of each.
I just took a necklace.
Yeah. We're also discovering that he has no gold on him whatsoever, so who knows where that money went.
Man's just broke.
Mm-hmm.
Amidst the long rest, of which, Volmer, I believe you are high elf, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only need 4 hours versus the rest of them.
I can take first watch.
So for the most part, all things go calm and quiet and simple. It isn't until about the final hour is when you all start to hear the sound of footsteps approaching from the end of the cave. Nothing silent, mostly because it's a cave. You can't really make sound anything in a cave. But it is very clear that it is coming closer. Dalmar, and that's stealth. Starting
Doesn't
off
even
strong
say
with a
anything.
5
Yep. And a 12.
and a 12.
Going back here.
Oh no,
Here.
you're outside the cave.
Oh yeah, huh? We're
Yeah,
outside the
remember?
cave.
You're outside of here. The door's
yeah.
closed to
Map.
the stronghold
We're
itself.
way down fucking okay.
Yep. So y'all literally at a dead end right now. And as Dalmor and
Final
Corveus, you hear your
countdown.
the footsteps in the distance. You're kind of like, all right, we gotta hide. You kind of just like sit against a couple crevices in the walls of the cave, and it's like barely enough to cover a human.
Just looking at each other like.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
thumbs up. Like we're good. We're good.
I wonder if
Oh
he's
my
gonna
god.
stand up and like put his hand on his blade ready.
Is there a high enough like a corner wall where I could like Van Damme my way up to the ceiling and hide up like that?
With a 12, not proficiently, but there is a manner in which you could. Oh, what's the word that I'm looking for? Vampire your way up to the fucking ceiling and just cling there.
I was gonna say Spider-Man's way
Nosferatu,
up,
that's
but
the word. Nosferatu.
I'm gonna do that. That's my hiding. Just,
You're
nope.
Nosferatu your way up there.
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig
Yes.
does.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm gonna stop even pretending and just sort of. So, so we were camping outside the cave then, yeah?
You're outside the stronghold itself. So
Okay.
you guys close the door, and you guys are basically just like right outside that little tunnel way to get to the stronghold itself.
Okay, and the footsteps are coming from outside towards the stronghold. Yes?
Yes.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna do the anime thing where I'm just gonna like lean against the wall next to the door and just kind of wait it out. Since I hide about as well as a whale in a cave, duck it.
As you do your best to hide, cover yourself however you see to have it, you watch as a man begins to walk up, holding a torch just for light. As you want to describe yourself?
I will. So, shadowed in the light of the torch, you can kind of see he's got a helmet. His eyes are in shadow. On the front of his armor, he has the image of a drake skull. And tied to his arm is a shield, which has the image of a dragon turtle. That's kind of has its head turned to glare outwards. And as he comes in, he sees everyone kind of strewn about. His eyes are gonna lock on right onto Sibo and say, "You."
See Sibo just kind of look confused and he just points to himself. Yeah, me?
Yes. You're the one responsible for this.
I didn't make this cave. I'm pretty sure the townspeople did.
Real quick, can I roll to see if I'd recognize the symbols on his armor and shield?
Make a history or religion check. Your choice.
Sorry.
I roll to attack. That's
Gervais wants to kill 2 of his characters.
Volmer, you do actually recognize this symbol, and It's not so much of a sour spot for you because you are a scholar, but you do recognize his symbol as that being of the Wyverian Drake Guards, of which they are a sect of a country that broke off of the Keeley Empire, of which you are from, via rebellion and uprising. And
Damn.
the Keeley Empire are not exactly happy about it, but they can't really do anything about it since, as their name entails, they are quite akin to the Wyverns.
This can only go well.
Again, not much of a sour spot for you because you are a scholar versus the actual army, but you recognize that symbol. You're like, oh, that's not a friend of my country.
We don't want to fight this guy.
But Zebo does kind of look at the approaching man. He just kind of looks at the rest of you guys confused. Looks up at the ceiling at Corveus.
Just a fucking dart in hand, ready to throw it.
What's your beef, stranger?
My friends, I wouldn't recommend picking a fight with this man. Let's just try to stay civil for a bit. Look, sir, this seems to be one big misunderstanding.
A deep gnome and a drow. They were seen around here at the same time that this fountain erupted. The drow killed a man, and everyone in the town is braying for your blood.
Well, there's the drow.
Yes,
And Zebo himself
the
also
drow
looks
is
at the
dead.
ground, where you just see a corpse of a drow just lying there, lifeless, with his pockets turned inside out.
If you want to kill another version of him, there is one in the cave. It's kind of dangerous. I can't recommend you go inside. As for the gnome, I don't know why you have a problem with Sibo. He didn't seem to be in much trouble.
Well, we did just fight a bunch of slimes.
Like I said, we were clearing some pests from the cave. Nothing to be worried about.
Forgive me if I don't believe you.
You want to see
What
the slimes?
What purpose do you have here if you are not the ones who opened that pillar of darkness?
We see, we are a group of adventurers for hire. My friends Corvus and Damal here can confirm that. We saw the pillar of darkness and assumed that there would be a group of people in need of help. Darren said that he understands what this has caused, or what has caused this, and he, in a rush, ran here. We followed. He did kill a man, but he died while we were searching the ruin before we could talk about that, and we can actually reprimand him a bit for that. It's not something I support personally. I don't think anyone else in the group condones those types of actions either. But it happened. We can't revive anyone. We can't undo a death. As for why we came here, we were led to believe he knew of some sort of legendary bow that could be located here. I'm a scholar of weapons, so I wanted to learn more about it.
Oh, so he didn't tell us anything about the bow before he died.
He didn't give any details. There is a portal to the void, though, so we need to be very careful around here.
He'll just kind of narrow his eyes and think to himself at first. So you mean to say you were uninvolved with the creation of that pillar?
That I know of. Then again, the universe works in mysterious ways.
Well, that gnome doesn't seem the type to be able to lie about something like this. But I'll have to see for myself whether you're honest.
Before we do, Corvus, can you get down from there before you hurt yourself? For Christ's sake.
And
Just kind of
Ascandrian
slide
hasn't
down.
introduced himself yet.
Yep.
Well, just like upon seeing this guy for the first time, you're like, what? just kind of a bit confused about the person dropping from the ceiling.
Sibo's also just looking up, being like, "Don't hurt yourself coming down."
And slow fall.
Yep.
Love monks.
Literally just lets go of the ceiling and with a half twirl barrel roll just lands with his hands on the ground, seemingly taking no damage whatsoever from the fall.
Superhero landing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard on the knees.
Hard on the knees.
Well,
We do
putting
need
that
a little bit.
aside, I must
we
have
do
your
need-
name.
We need some time though. I'm really tired. We're all really tired.
We just slept.
Yeah.
Totally
And-
not like you guys need half an hour left before you get your long rest.
What's the point of that?
God damn it.
we can get introduced while we're resting. We've been through a tough fight in that cave. It's very dangerous. We don't want to go in while everyone's still recovering.
Very well. My name is Iskandrun Fulbright.
I'm just gonna call you
Gesundheit.
Fulbright, because I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that first name. My name's Volmir. Nice to meet you.
And you,
Corvais.
and he'll point to the guy who's anime leaning.
Dalmar.
And do you know him?
Oh, I'm Sibo. They've kind of said my name 3 times already. I don't know if you noticed that.
I find it appropriate to ask formally.
Wait, I just realized, what's Dalmar even leaning against?
The cave wall trying to hide with his
Yeah, but,
amazing
like-
7 stealth.
His character
Well,
token's in the center of the room.
This isn't
Well,
a
well, I don't have the
representation of
cave
room.
drawn out.
Okay, I was about to say.
Well, I said that since the wall couldn't cover me, I just forgot the idea of hiding and just
Yeah,
sort of
so you
like,
start laxing against the wall.
yeah. So that if shit did go down, at least I was
Prepare.
vertical instead of horizontal.
And you, strangely dressed ceiling person.
Corvais.
So,
You two are either gonna get along like best friends, or you're gonna hate each other.
with what
Okay.
little time remains of your rests, with minor conversation going on between the two, I imagine Iskandarun is probably hard-eyeing Sibo for a good portion of time. You all get your long rest, and top up your HPs, get your spell slots, those who need them. Right there, Sibo. You get a long rest. Yay.
You get a long rest. You
So,
get a long
Fulbright, if you don't mind me asking, what brings you here?
To tell you the truth, I just heard about the murders from the townsfolk and came up here.
I know what Volmer's laughing at.
Sorry. Really? How long have we been in this cave? It can't have been more than a day. I heard about it rather quickly for someone of your order. I'd assume you'd be farther out. Or, well, closer to your home, I guess. In this
With
case.
your short rest, as well as the travel you guys have done, you've been in here for roughly 2 to 3 hours in the cave alone, and then your long rest. So you've been here for roughly half a day, 10 hours or so.
I attempted to give it a guesstimate. It's felt like longer because of the pain.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not with my unit, if that's what you're asking.
Then why are you here? Trying to kill me?
Same reason anyone else comes out to these lands, I suppose. To find my own fortune.
So you do want gold.
Doesn't everyone?
That's a fair point.
So, double checking, why did his unit break off again?
You don't
He
know.
didn't say. He didn't
No,
say.
I mean his faction from the freaking main.
Yeah.
Is I used to be from the same place, so I'm assuming I know.
It was simply because they are very much an Iron Fist ruling,
Okay.
and they're just like, nah, we're done. Freedom, revolution.
Viva la
check.
France!
Scannerin would tell you that it's because the Wyvernians have the souls of dragons and will not allow their spirits to be crushed by such elven aggression.
There you go.
At that, you hear a snort from Corvus.
Dwarven, not Elven. Really close though.
Oh, so are we leading him back to the shadowy stuff?
I mean, if he wants to help us, he also can help us get the armor.
I don't think we should go for the army yet. The armor is a very dangerous task.
Then what else are we gonna do in there?
There's still a room we haven't checked, as well as hallways. Plus, I think he just wants to see the general premises.
Is my heater loud?
Was for a second there, but
Yeah, for
You
a
okay
very
now?
brief moment.
Let's go.
Okay.
okay. Well,
Something wrong with my mic?
no, not you.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
Dalmar was
Okay.
asking if we could hear his heater.
Yeah, I have a desk heater and I have one out in the shop that I turned on recently.
Nope, you're
That
good.
one turns on its own accord.
Well, we could leave him down there and let him see for himself.
Oh yeah, and Zebo just points down the carved out hallway towards the black iron doors. If you want to see that we're telling the truth, there's like some really big doors over there. They don't look nice, and they're hard to open. Or I guess they're hard to open. We didn't open them. Someone else opened them. We closed them.
They were hard to close, yes.
Hmm.
Wait, is it still dark out? Out of curiosity?
Last
I
scan the room
assume
that you
you've
walked
not.
in here. Yes, the sky was still dark.
At the statement that they're having difficulties with the door, Scannerin's gonna walk over there, pull out his crowbar, and try to pry it open.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Fulbright, if you don't mind me asking, was it still dark out there when you were before you came into the cave?
Was it, DM?
Yes.
It was.
So closing the door doesn't seem to have fixed that problem.
No, it was going through the mountain itself.
Well, this is a bit of a problem to solve.
Scandaroon, with the assistance of his crowbar, you watch him pull open the door just enough to get it in there. And with a quick jam and a forceful push, you hear the grinding of the door just widen up. And with the assistance of the rest of his push, he carries the momentum through to make it big enough for you guys to go into if you desire. Sibo kind of just crosses his arms and goes like, show off.
I'll kind of pat Steve on the back.
Well, if you've been exploring this place, I don't suppose you have a map?
No, we
No,
don't.
but
Here.
it's a relatively simple layout.
Sibo also just points to his head.
Well, just don't let me walk into any traps.
There are none. The primary defense system they have is slimes.
Well, there was the one that blew you up. And me.
Yep.
And Darren.
I feel like, well, other than the
That
ones we
seems
set
important
off,
to mention.
there are
It's
no
fair.
traps that we haven't set off.
It's very entertaining to watch. Anyways.
Too clever, yes.
Yes, and I'll make my way in and just start leading them.
Iskandrin's gonna follow very warily insistence of these people that they have been blundering into traps.
Oh, they have been blundering into traps.
I did it because of a bet.
Yes, you did.
You're not wrong.
You earned that gold, fair and square.
All right. So where are you guys heading towards?
Just gonna head back to that area
In chamber, I guess.
up here, and then back over to this chamber.
Boop.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Okay, so, just so you know, we don't want to go through that door. And I'm gonna point to the door with Negadarin and the armor behind it.
Okay. So that door right there.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to ping shit yet.
Hold click.
Hold left
Oh,
click.
it's that simple. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That door, it is locked. We can unlock it, but that is where we trapped some other creature that copied the drow. And there's a suit of armor controlled by shadows, and the rest of the shadows are coming through this gateway. If you want to see, it's through that door.
It's either that or a very aggressive slime.
That too, but slime's not much of an issue, realistically.
True.
And by the way, Corveus, with your passive and Delmar, you'd be able to hear that there is seemingly nothing behind that door. Wherein Negadarin before was trying his best to get out, you won't hear a single sound.
Hmm.
That might be a good sign. The clone might have
Don't
disappeared.
hear it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be safe.
You really wish to kill the shadow monster or the slime.
If it did disappear, does that mean that the black sludge trap reset?
I doubt it.
Well, unless someone let another black sludge into the chalice and then put another weighted, somehow undissolvable thing over it. I forget the terms, even on the smart one anyway. Then I don't see how it could reset.
Yeah. And when I went back in there when I was luring the... Oh no, it's there!
Go on.
When I went back into that room, the armor was not there. The armor did not come to be. Let me actually point a clarification. There was no like armor on the ground, right?
There was that you guys saw initially going in there. It was always hard to see anything because of just the black shadows, or something that were not visibly being able to be seen through.
Okay.
And it wasn't until Darren started to approach is when he actually heard something culminating together.
Approach the armor or the portal?
The portal.
Okay. Point of clarification that we probably didn't know the first time around. When I went in there again, the creature did not manifest until I got near that portal. That armor might just be sitting there in the middle of that room. So,
At this point, since everyone's just kind of catching each other up on things that Iskander doesn't know about, he's going to ask, where's the source of the pillar?
point to
We
that
don't
door.
know.
Down there.
It could be the void. Wait, actually, can I roll Arcana now that I actually know a bit about this temple to see if I would know?
Make an Arcana or History check. Comes with different answers. Arcana.
I'm good with Arcana.
You get the idea that now knowing that this is a gateway to the abyss, that what is very probably going on is the idea that the abyss is slowly just leaking into the world, and due to the manifestation of the abyss, it's just escaping in whichever way it can, and just culminating in the sky.
That was my theory. Okay. Corvus is actually right. It's probably the portal. goes directly to the void, so if we can close that, we might be able to fix the sky. The hard part is, I don't think closing a portal to the void is a very simple task, especially with a suit of god armor possessed, or shadow possessed god armor protecting it.
You keep mentioning this armor. The way you talk about it, it doesn't sound like it's just some regular suit of plate lying on the floor.
Oh,
What
well,
does
it's
this thing?
alive. It's alive by the shadows.
It's
it?
more than just alive. It was forged was given to a group of adventurers by the gods when they were going off on a quest to slay some great evil. I don't recall the specifics, but it just aligns well with the story that the armor could be the same.
Is it aggressive?
Yes. Very.
Have you fought it before?
Yes. And failed. Twice.
It hurts.
Yep.
We did use it. Well, if it's still alive, we used it to kill a black slime.
Or maybe the thing is alive. Both of them. They're probably having a tea party.
See, but I
Don't
find
think
that
so.
very unlikely.
It's possible to damage the thing. Not probable or practical.
It's doable, but not easy.
And down in this room here, we know that there are more slimes in there, and some more doorways. We never fully explored this place.
Yes, and Corvus
But-
has a habit of going off on his own and then finding more slimes.
It's fun. But yes, what you're looking for though is through that door.
Well, if you are who you say you are, and you're not responsible for this pillar, then it behooves you to go down there and deal with it. I will assist you.
I have no way to deal with it personally.
I was about to say that we kind of don't know how to deal with it, so we kind of haven't, because we don't know. But we wanna, but we can't.
Right now, our best bet might be just to continue to look through the dungeon, see if there's anything that could help.
Yeah.
Probably our
Speaking of
best
which,
bet.
Darren had this unique magical sword that might have helped, but when he died, I didn't find it on him. I don't know where it went.
It was a rock that turned into a sword, by the way.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Very well. If you think searching the rest of this place could give us an advantage against that thing, then I will accompany you.
yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go look back where you found Darren and see if it
Why do I bother doing stuff with dice?
fell or anything.
Why do I
Corvus, don't
fucking
you remember
bother?
you took it off his body right after you killed him?
You don't know that.
I was just saying that just out of character, so that way.
I know, my conversation was in character.
Yep. Dalmar, while Carveus is off to search for Darren's lost object in the hallway that was surely dropped there upon his passing. Dalmar, taking out his lockpicks, seems to be struggling a little bit. The wake-up call, the situation, everything seems to be getting him on his nerves a little bit. Getting a little
In this
frustrated.
time where everyone's like kind of split off and doing their own thing, Iskandrin would probably be like asking Sibo about like the layout of the dungeon, and he'd actually start to bring out some tools to start actually mapping it out.
You got
Yeah.
Cartographers Tools?
Yep.
Nice.
You know, Dalmar, I've noticed I tend to have a bit better luck with lockpicking than you.
You know what? I'm gonna give Sibo an intelligence check to see how well he describes this.
In fact, Vomer, I will hand you the lockpicking tools.
Damn.
I should not have made that joke. Okay.
His soul is
I told you,
crushed.
I'll make an honest thief out of you yet.
Okay, what do I roll for lockpick?
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Dex.
dexterity check, since
I'll
I'm
just
90%
clap
sure
it
you're
for you,
not
okay.
proficient in lockpicking tools. Jesus.
Damn.
So, while Sibo is actually, like, working really well with you, Ascandaroon, and he's really detailed. Like, oh, you make the left right here, and then like 10 feet later, you make another right, and also the wall is kind of chipped in that little area, and that's how you know you make another left.
Like,
right
I imagine
there.
he's giving me like exact dimensions of the rooms.
Pretty much, yeah. It's very much like the way he's been talking this entire time is like, oh well, he must be like just a really slow guy, but then he just goes to serious detail about the stonework and the curve and the turns at every single corner, and you're like drawing this out like, okay, that's like a beautiful map right there.
All right, that's incredibly suspicious. He's clearly been here before.
I stab Sibo.
Yes. No.
You know, Dom, like I said,
Excellent.
better luck with these things than you. I'm gonna hand him his lockpicks back, and then I'm gonna keep it closed for now. I'm just gonna step back.
With patience and efficiency, you take your time to slowly get at the pins, and eventually, when you hear that final tumble, you hand it back to Dalmar. You take your step back with a bit of pride in you, but also a little bit of like, didn't mean to show you up there, but you know.
Oh no, Volmir 100% meant to show him up. He made a joke Darren challenge, or Dalmar challenge.
Okay. Then totally, like, just handed it to his hand, just like, there you go, and just like took a step back.
At this point, Delmer's gonna go, okay. Start doing it like wake up stretches, like, all right, this is dumb. All right, let's go. Yep, this is the thing.
The wizard's the better lockpick.
But the door is unlocked.
I mean, after all, it is me playing a rogue, so everyone's gonna be a better rogue than the rogue. As is obvious, and Corveus can confirm this happens with every single sneaky I play, no matter what, ever, period.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Corveus, like, and he made a stealth monk.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
even-
when the time is right, when it's most dire, your sneakiness will come through.
No, no, it won't.
No.
We've already hit that bridge.
Honestly,
His
you
god
should be glad that
forsook
all
him.
your failed dex checks have been
It-
on
it's
stuff that
gonna-
doesn't matter.
It's gonna be that moment at Mount Doom. You're at the top. You're gonna throw the ring in. Make a stealth check. Not one.
Yes. How many times have you had that happen? One time your god forsook you for it?
Yeah, I got a character. Well, the character was. Well, that was a little bit of the player not really understanding the religion the character was in.
Fair enough.
I was going after my my character was going after his former master, and the character made the mistake to pray to Shar to guide him, and she's like, "Okay, well, you're a weak piece of shit," and revealed me to my enemy, and he one-shot me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that ended the campaign. Everyone had,
God.
but he, yeah, and
You're
the
supposed
DM
to
had
pray
it set
to
so
Shar
that
for the
everyone
stab, not
had
to hide him.
that every character had their own individual boss fight. Second round. Sorry, Josh.
Mhm.
It's
And
not
just
how the
roll
game's
dice, roll dice,
balanced.
roll dice, roll a fistful of d6s, fistful of d6s, fistful of d6s. He got sneak attack on me 3 times. I was like a 5th or 6th level ninja with rogue HP. And it's like, Cool.
That was never gonna end good.
take roughly 180% of your health to your face.
But regardless,
So, yeah.
hopefully, it will
So-
succeed this time. Who knows?
Basically, my rogues are fighters with no armor or HP.
With the door
Sibo,
unlocked.
Volmir, we unlocked the door. I'm gonna go get Corveus. But be ready.
Yes. As much as I can. Doing
I'm
push-ups.
gonna read this chat because I love this chat. Bringer of Boop says you shouldn't have been a weak piece of shit.
Learned that lesson way too many times, way too late. What can I say?
Oh.
Regardless, with the door unlocked and I imagine Corvais taking a little bit of time
Yep.
before beginning to make his way back.
Oh, okay, I was about to just go get him.
Yeah. As I'm walking back, I'm gonna pull this thing out, and it automatically goes to that dagger, right?
Yep. It automatically shifts itself in your palm to the dagger.
Can I try to think and focus on like a short bow?
As you try and think and focus on it, there's this resistance you feel from the stone. But you do feel that it is possible. Almost like this is possibly an attunement item.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So I'll walk out with it and be like, I got it.
As he holds
It's
a pitch black dagger with black steel blade.
seems to change for whoever grabs it.
Intriguing. Can you change it into something else?
If we want to stay here for an hour, I think so.
We might be able to set that up another time, but that's exceptionally rare and interesting.
Fulbright looks up from the map and kind of turns his head towards that weapon, but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in like my chest pocket here.
Yep. As soon as you go to release it, it reforms back to that coal-esque chunk. You just put it in your pocket. Takes a little lump.
Yeah. If we get some time, I'll toy around with it. See what we can do with it. So, where are we going next? Shadow Room or Slimes?
I unlocked the door for the slimes.
So
Okay.
slimes, plural. Have you seen in this room? Do you have an idea of what? is
I'm
in
gonna
here?
walk up to Volmer and just hand him the extra pair of thieves' tools. And just look at Dalmar. So.
Another useless Pokemon I'm playing. Fuck.
I love it so much because it adds so much fun RP to it.
It does. It really does.
Oh.
I don't remember being able to see it. Corvais saw it, he opened the door and instantly slammed it before I could. He's the only one who has any idea what's in
Yes, they're hard to see. They're a little see-through.
there.
Are
Is
they
there
quick?
multiple?
Oh God, no. No, they can be shot from afar, kited around the room.
What does it typically attempt to do to you? Does it like try to
Swallow you?
bludgeon you with a pseudopod? Engulf. Alright.
Yeah.
One ate me.
Yes, it did.
It
was all
not a
floating
pleasant
around like-
experience, let me tell you.
Well, Corvais, if you can see them, I suggest you take a peek in there and see where it is before we run in there.
I'll just slightly open the door and try to take a peek inside.
You ever so slightly creak open the door, and almost instantly,
Shut the door.
you'll see that nice little layer reflection in front of you.
Hey guys, found it.
And as he points it out towards all of you, it takes a moment for each of you, except for Dalmar, to kind of like see what he's talking about before you kind of see that little sheen coming off of the torchlight that a Scandaroon has, and you're like, ah.
Close it.
I already did.
Yep.
Close. There's another way
Stick
around.
to that wall, then we can just go around.
Yes,
and attack
there's
it from the other room.
there's another way, and I will lead everyone off to this room.
Okay.
Zoom, zoom.
And I will
It's gonna be at the door again.
swear to God, I'll be fucking pissed. I'm gonna
No
creak
matter
open.
how we open it, it's gonna be at the door, because it's been at the door both times.
I'm gonna creak open this door. Actually, hold on. Point of order. As we get back into here, I'm gonna tell everyone to stay back here and move quietly. And I'm gonna stealth up to this door.
Okay. So whoever wants to
Fuck.
make a stealth check, make a stealth check.
I'm gonna stay back here, not move
I'll
quietly.
make mine at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, so Sibo also did his armor change. He's also at disadvantage now.
With how my morning's going, it's almost not even bother to try. Just, nope. I be here. That fine. You go.
Talmar's just staying back.
If I hear Sibo
Volmer-
clanking up behind me, I'm gonna tell him, just wave him back. No.
Okay. He's just gonna like take a couple steps forward, but that's it.
I like to imagine Sibo sounds like he is like stepping on the glass every step he takes, and like shattering bottles.
No, he sounds like, you know those one-man bands? Have the tambourines between their legs?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah, just without the horns or anything that makes it a band.
exactly. And I'm gonna creak
Is
open
my
this
Ooh.
door.
Coming up again. Alright, there we go.
I'm gonna be waving
It's
full
still
bright
there,
back.
and you're gonna be coming up.
Just, nope. Stay back.
What I love most of all is that Volmer got a better stealth than fucking Corpay. Oh no, you didn't roll stealth yet, have you?
No.
One second, it was stealth.
You just rolled.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
you just rolled. That's the lockpicking check. Never mind.
I wasn't gonna move, so I wasn't gonna roll stealth. But...
Okay, well, good.
Good thing.
You weren't.
Everyone just staying back, and I'm gonna creak open this door.
You creak open the door. Your dark vision is
120 feet,
120. Okay.
and I can see normally.
The slime is just still on the other side. So you kind of open it up, and you open it wide enough so you're for sure that the slime isn't there.
Yeah.
Kind of give it just like a real quick peek around the corner, and you see the slime. It's just the sheening slime just clung to the other door.
And there's only one in here.
It's only one.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out to the other room with everyone, and I'm gonna wave him over to me
Okay.
and see if this thing moves as they're walking up.
I pressed the digitated new noise because he wouldn't play it. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
The moment you start to see that the light starts to kind of sink in towards the other room from Iskandarun's torch, you just start seeing the slime just.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly pull the bow, take a shot.
Initiative
Okay.
time?
First off, go ahead and make your attack first before we roll initiative. Yep.
I would have like also shot as it moved. I was
Well, you
peeking
don't have
over
a good
to-
angle on it right now. That's the other reason. He's blocking the door. He's trying to make it so that you guys could back up as soon as it went.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go ahead and roll your damage. 10.
Fuck it up.
And just, here it comes! Funk!
As Scandarun, you start walking up there, and you see Corvais just pull his bow back and fire. And almost in an instant, you all get that instinct. So go ahead and roll initiative. Remember, click on yourself and then roll.
Fuck
Yeah, I remember this time.
me. The one person we don't want to not one.
Yup. Yup.
Son of a bitch.
Now we got the doorway. It's called.
Wow.
And,
Can't
okay.
leave
Now
past this
Dalmar
case.
gets a nat 20. Dalmar's like the king of bad timing.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Isn't like the door open and he's just standing in the doorway?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the doorway.
Yep. So meaning if you want to attack him, you have to shuffle past
Well,
him.
You can move past him and then move back.
If
wanna
you
shoot
want.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost some movement, but yeah, if you want.
I'm gonna assume he'd let you walk past him.
That depends on him if he wants y'all getting close to that thing.
Oh, I don't care.
Move to allow a projectile through. Like is
Given
it,
it's
he's not
clogged-
like a
Given
not
it's
like a
clogging
5
the
foot cube.
doorway, it's gonna be cover, but yeah, you could.
Alright.
Dalmar's the first to act. What you doing?
How does this? So I'm just gonna triple zoom.
In the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So both of you just allow him to just go zoom zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Zoom,
Yeah,
zoom,
in.
zoom.
Scandarun.
Alright. Iskandrian is going to march towards the cube past Corvais.
Okay.
This is why I got nat 1 initiative. Everyone's fucking shoving me into a goddamn wall. Just
Literally.
ugh.
Man's like, get out of the way, get out of the way. And you're just like, alright, you want to go to your death? You want to go to your death?
Alright, so
Fuck.
as Iskandrian muscles past, he's going to take his hand. So at this point, I assume like he switched from like holding the torch in his hand to like, using the lantern on his hip. So he's gonna take his like gauntleted hand. He's gonna point at the cube and just kind of like gather cold energy and just shoot out a ray of frost at it.
Go ahead and roll an attack. 14 hits. 5.
I think that healed it.
I accidentally put the plus instead of the minus.
Okay, panic for a second.
As you guys watch him point his hand down, and a form of ice just goes into his palm as it launches right at the cube. A chunk of it freezes and collapses onto the ground, but it's still coming. You still have 20 more feet of movement if you want it.
20. And he's just going to get behind Corvus so someone else can take position and shoot.
Meat shield.
Literally a meat shield. They're cubamizing. All of his movement.
It's reduced by 10 by the Ray of Frost.
Oh, that's right, Ray of Frost. There you go.
Ah!
Man, it's almost like I used that for a reason or something.
That is all it can do. It can only move. As you see, its movement seem very actually deformed
like,
due
even
to
with
that
dash
chunk
action?
of ice that came out of it.
Even with dash action?
Yeah. Cubes are not fast.
No.
Who would have thought?
The only reason it got to swallow you is because it used every last bit of movement it had and barely touched you.
Imagine not having legs.
10. Sivo's just gonna stand in front. And he's just gonna firebolt it. Still gonna hit. 8 damage. Impact of fire, and then he just gets ready in front of you, Corey. Like, I got you. It can't melt my armor.
Or pat him on the back.
Wilmer.
Wilmir's gonna like run by and like, excuse me, good friend. Let me just move by here. And he's gonna form a small flaming dagger in his hand and throw it as he casts Firebolt.
Go for your own firebolt.
Hit.
That is going to miss. You are the first person to miss the giant effing cube. It's both a little dark and there's a little issue with that translucency as you launch at it. You see it just ever so faintly kind of like scrape the edge of it and go off against the wall.
This is why I don't throw daggers.
You'll learn. I'll make an honest thief out of you yet.
That's the third time you said that. Why do you want me to be a thief? I thought that's your job.
I might poke
You're
out just.
better than I am.
God damn it. I'm just gonna like, oh. And I'm gonna take a shot at the fucking thing with a short bow.
Take your shot.
Oh.
18
I
hits,
stopped
5
thieving for a reason.
And then I'm gonna. Bloop.
Alright.
Man
Damar.
can move 90 feet in one turn, but decides to move 5.
I can move 45 after I've taken an action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Otherwise,
Man can move
actually it takes
45 feet in one turn and decides to move 5.
because it takes
Also,
a key
FYI, he's gonna
point.
be busy with Sivo because he's literally just going for defense and that thing's gonna swallow him, so. It really
Yeah.
doesn't need to go any faster. Really doesn't. Damar.
I don't have to be fast. I just have to be
Alright.
faster than you. Is Fulbright broken for everyone else?
Yep.
Okay.
He done died.
He has Darren's picture. It's the ghost of Darren haunting
Oh
us.
yeah, that's right. He hasn't changed his profile picture.
It's the spirit of Darren haunting us.
He is secretly
Doesn't
Negadary.
quite give me advantage. That's not the opposite side as Sivo, but whatever.
unfortunately, you still can't even get sneak attack because no one's next to it.
So I'm assuming one of those two hit.
So, first miss, second one hits. Yep.
Okay.
But sadly, no sneak attack.
Where's the other one?
You can just click the purple.
Just click the
Oh,
purple, and we'll obviously
right.
just only use the first one rather than the sneak attack. 5. Well, the second blade digs into it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do all that much because video
Well,
game
actually-
mechanics.
Actually, it mattered this time because on my because I just clicked the normal attack, but which is a D6 plus 3. But on the one that actually hit was my bonus attack, which is a D4 plus 3.
Oh.
But they have the same plus to hit, so I'm just go bop, bop, and double click. But
Good call.
Ah, I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Good call.
Interesting.
at least that's what's on my character sheet. So
Ah, the Scanrun. If you're not dead.
Oh, he gone.
As I send the message.
Probably frost bolted again or whatever.
Probably just gonna.
Old
like he
reliable.
could easily,
Yeah, he could just go right there, frostbolt, and
yeah.
step back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second character of Darren's who's died. Just this time he died in the
Oh,
call.
there he is.
He's back.
As I'm like finding crossbow because I have so many character sheets open.
Yeah, really sorry. My internet just crapped out.
Dama
So what you doing
Happens.
before you die again? Are you dead again already?
He's perished.
Okay, you're dead already. So we're just gonna ray of frost and end it there. Oh, yep, there you go. Now we hear you.
Oh,
All right, good.
Are you-
All right, sorry. It just,
Are you gonna? Okay, no, he's dead. Okay, no. Just gonna ray of frost. We're gonna move on.
The highest quality Twitch stream.
I know, right?
Only the best.
Only the best for our 3 viewers.
I got one.
4
You've
viewers.
been going to swallow the Sibo. Correct, it's a dexterity saving throw. It is indeed.
No, Sibo, no.
He does make it though. So instead of being
Get back.
swallowed, he does just get shoved back as he pushes his way out of the slime. That's a little bit on him, I believe. Double checking. Nope, just gets pushed back. The Sibo just manages to, as it's starting to swallow him, he just goes like, nope, and just pushes back into the doorway. Meanwhile,
the
it's
slime
Sibo's turn.
back. Have some jelly.
Sibo is just gonna give it a good
Alright.
ol' slap to the face with the Thunder Gauntlets.
Fulbright's back.
Hey, you're back.
sorry.
Oh,
Internet
Internet died. Yeah.
was
it was almost working.
fighting
You're and
me for a
Yeah,
minute.
your internet is absolutely fighting
like-
you.
this now.
Bummer.
I'm going to pull Corveus and run in the opposite direction of the enemy.
Our 3 viewers appreciate the quality.
Woo!
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw another fire knife.
Sorry, guys. So I'll really work on it this week. See if we can
Yeah,
make
no
it more
problem.
consistent.
I mean, it's internet, man. There's not much you can help about it.
Does a 23 hit?
No,
I mean, I should
actually,
just,
it
like-
misses.
Oh shit.
Roll the damage. 5.
Yeah.
ooh, you got a laptop?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ew, it's a Chrome.
Chrome was
No,
amazing.
it's a framework laptop.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm
Corveus.
gonna take a step over here. Go.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Sibo. Duck and I'm gonna take a shot.
Go for it. 22, yeah, still hits. 10.
Nice, that was a good roll.
That was, a
That was
really
max
good roll.
damage, actually.
Anything else?
Let's take a couple steps back.
Dalmar.
Ooh.
We're a very brave adventuring party.
It's just being smart.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna punch something that could swallow me right now.
So if I move here, do I get advantage with SIBO?
You'd have to move right here.
Gross.
Literally directly across. Because flanking is weird.
Well, I mean, I am directly across, just at a distance.
Oh, we don't
across.
see you if you're dragging yourself right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So if this is 20 feet,
Yeah.
do I get advantage?
Sadly not. It has to be literally pincering the creature.
You still get
You
sneak
would get
attack.
sneak attack though, because Sibo's right next to it.
Well, okay, I get sneak attack, sure.
Yeah.
So that.
That hits. And that hits. So 9 for the first one, and then 5 for the next. So a good old 14. Launching it back, and this time with the attempt to swallow Sibo, you do manage to get one to sink well into its gelatinous form. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's all I can do. Well,
Skanda.
anything meaningful I can do.
Skanda. What you up to?
Is he broken?
Oh,
Oh.
but is he broken again? Oh,
Oh,
no,
there
there
he
he
is.
is.
He's moving.
Can you hear? Can you hear us? Can you hear
Alright,
us?
so
Okay. There you are.
seeing that Sibo is about to be engulfed, I'm going to tell him you're not going to be able to get out of the way in time. I'll just drag you.
Might as well refresh.
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
So are you trying to
Worried for a
pull
second.
Sibo out? Yes, you're trying to pull Sibo out?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just gonna be forced movement, so you can just go ahead and just yank him back.
What kind of action is that?
That'd just be your action to pull him back.
Alright, I'm gonna like try to drag him away.
You can drag him up to another 10 feet, because it's dragging is up to half your movement.
Alright, so I'm going to, first of all, wanted it to be 15 feet.
Okay, so go full 15. Boop.
Yeah, and basically, like, what I would want to do is I would, like, try to, like, wrench him behind me.
Okay, so you want to stand in front. Okay.
That's alright. Yes.
Okay.
You're a very brave man.
And, like, he's just gonna, like, hold his kite shield in front of him and brace
You know,
Sibo's
if you
kind of
just
looking
got out
up
of the
at
way,
you,
you
kind
could
of like
close the
to
door.
get slimed.
confused, but totally welcome with the fact that you're suddenly defending him. They're sliming. Slurp. 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 And slurp. Cause that's his full 20 feet.
Wait,
It gets 20 feet and it can swallow as many of you as it wants. That fits inside of it.
So it
I
was
need to
able
make a
fit
dexterity
together.
saving throw. And so does Sivo.
Is that not an attack action?
That is not. It literally just moves into you.
Yep.
That is the annoying part about slimes. They just need to walk into you.
Why do you think the monk isn't getting anywhere near this fucking thing?
Yep.
It's
Ask-
a dexterity
getting
save.
followed.
You're good at those. You're a monk.
Skander, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being swallowed.
Yes, but also everything seems to be like dissolving with acid,
Okay,
so he
you
doesn't
do
want to
make it.
punch it.
does that make it?
That does make it. So you do manage to get out of its way. As you
Does
look
it?
back to see if Sibo made it out or not, you just see him just floating in the cube. Let's do that. Acid
shit.
damage. he immediately takes 7 points of acid damage as he's being engulfed by this thing, and you see skin starting to burn away. Oh god, it's Evo's turn
Oh,
next.
Josh,
Oh boy.
you're loud.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Oh god.
Ooh, 12 points of acid damage on that one.
Ooh.
The start of his turn. But as he's in there, he's just gonna give the cube a smack with his thunder gauntlets.
Fist it from the inside.
Yep. And with that, just like with Volmer originally being swallowed by the slime, you see him just charge the electricity inside, and with a punch to the actual slime itself, you see the electricity surge around before almost splattering and going to the ground, just scattering about. Iskander, you can kind of splash from the chest down, and Siwa just kind of on his ass on the ground, just like, oh, I think I got some in my mouth. Oh, that doesn't taste good.
Wolmer's gonna like start running on. Spit it out, spit it out. Trust me, you do not want to swallow that.
I'll walk over, put my hand out to help him up.
Iskander is mildly horrified right now.
Yes, we've killed about 6 of these things. Well, 3 black ones, 2 blue ones, including this one.
Wait, 3 black ones?
There were 3 in the first room.
2.
2?
2, and they weren't black,
They were-
were they?
They were
I
silver.
thought they were black.
Silver?
Oh, they were silver. 2 silver ones, 2 blue ones. Sorry.
Siwa kind of takes your hand, Corvus, and stands up. You see him just start immediately, just like, you hear the grind of like,
I'm just gonna go like look at my hand and just
metal on
yeah.
metal, wiping away what slime he can.
Good job, Sivo. You killed one. Or 2 now. 2.
Volmer got the other one, but I see now why you don't like these things.
I'm sorry, Sivo. I thought I could hold it back.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I got in front for a reason. Thanks.
Sibo is deceptively tough for his size, you'll soon learn, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. He just stands like with a tall, proud stance, his little 3 feet height.
A little bit of his mustache singed off. No.
Yeah, you see a little bit of mustache, just kind of like just steaming a little bit. Just kind of.
Well,
I guess that's all right then.
that out of the way, we do have 3 possible passageways.
No one is eating the slime bringer, Boops. Just telling you that right now.
Ugh, no. No.
You do not eat D&D slime.
Iskander adds this room to the map.
Hey, Volmer, you get the one next to me. Oh, fuck me. Actually,
Dalmar, as you look over that door, it is not trapped from what you can see. Corvus and Volmer kind of taking your moments of being like, alright, this is a competition now. Go! And while Corvus, you do manage to get two or three pins that you can tell. Volmer, you're just really struggling, being like, okay, I have no one to help me with this one this time, so what the hell am I doing here?
I need to get proficiency in this soon.
oh shit!
Okay! Meanwhile, Dalmar, as you look back and you see the 2 of them, you're kind of like, time to show off my skills here.
For the first time in 4
And you're
sessions.
like, alright, I did my warm-up stretches, I got my motivation, and you silently, without effort and ease, you pick into the locks, and you feel just a 1 pin, 2 pin, 3 pin, 4 pin, 5th pin, and you hear the go off. And you just kind of just like put your lockpicks away, and you turn around, and they're still fumbling with the doors.
And there's a slime that comes through the door.
Suddenly a claw.
So, what's taking you guys so long?
I'm gonna go
Mine's
up
open.
to Corvus and say, having trouble?
You see Sibo kind of look over to Dalmar, and you see just like, oh, did you do yours already? Dalmar wins.
Just looked over like, you win this one, Dalmar.
I even
This
checked
one.
for chaps first. You guys did not.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
All of a
If
sudden,
you look
just
back, an investigation roll.
just stop with a pen, like,
Yeah,
fuck.
you see Corvallis, immediately you hear the like, oh, right.
I'm gonna quickly look around, see if there's any traps.
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna quickly check the
I
magic
will look
traps.
as well.
That's funny. You immediately piqued his paranoia. Just, oh fuck.
Literally, Corvallis doesn't even like take the pins out. He literally just leaves the pins in there and just goes, "All right, what the fuck am I looking at here?"
Yep.
And with that determination fueling you, you get a very solid identification that this thing has nothing going on with it. You're perfectly fine. You kind of breathe a sigh of relief. And Volmer, checking your door, you overlook. You kind of focus to what you can with your arcane measure, and you don't sense any magical traps on this door.
Is it even locked?
Oh, the door is locked. Yeah.
Okay.
Is my door locked?
Volmer, your door is not locked. So as you kind of like go for that, and you kind of see all this going on, there's a moment where you kind of just go like, "Wait, I never felt a single pin."
I had it done. I had it done the whole time. I knew exactly what I was doing. I picked that lock perfectly.
I'm gonna go back to trying to pick the lock on mine.
Go make another lock picking check.
Oh god.
I'm gonna try to play it off like I knew I picked the lock and I knew exactly what I was doing.
You know, I'm curious. Deception check. I'm curious. How well is Walmer playing this off? Oh, pretty damn well. So you don't see the shake in his eye. You don't see the sweat on his brow. You see him actually kind of like, yeah, I pulled it off. Yeah, I did that.
Okay. Okay.
Why didn't we check if
Corvallis, you're
was
still
Dalmar's
struggling
door
with
even
that. You
locked?
kind of like, there's a sense of relaxation, but now you gotta kind of like get back into the swing of things and like getting the door unlocked. You get the
Oh,
fourth
it's
pin
inside
on
I
it,
wanted.
but you can't really get that last one.
Okay. I'm just
Also,
looking at
Corvallis, yeah,
Volmer. Just.
that,
Uh huh.
yeah.
Hey, Master Thief, how about you come over here and
Corvallis.
help me as I'm just looking at Volmer?
Okay.
Corvallis, if it cannot be opened that way, perhaps there's an alternative.
Corvallis, you wanted
And,
me to help you?
As Kandaroon says that, he pulls out from behind him a big battering ram.
No. No, no. No. We don't know what's on the other side of that. No. But save that for later. Volmer, get over here.
Aye, aye.
Oh my fucking god!
There's-
Dalmar! I give up.
there's
This
something
door is
about
yours.
This door, and the fact that you got showed up by Dalmar, the fact he made clear that you didn't even investigate for traps.
Getting the fuck out of it. Just
There's
nope,
something
I'm
about
done.
This door that's just like it's throwing you off. It's you're not having it.
Yep. Volmer, you help him.
Can I try to pick it since he stopped?
Oh, Dalmar went for it first right here.
Dalmar.
I already
Even-
rolled
even
it.
Dalmar, there's kind of like a moment where you're kind of like, all right, this is just show off time at this point, and you're kind of going for the lock. You're like, okay, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe I'm just having trouble here.
Let me take a shot, my friend. Let me
That's
take a
enough.
shot.
We'll be at it all day if we continue.
Wait, no,
with
let
this.
me. No.
No.
I say let him take a
As
shot.
Kandaroon,
I say let him take a shot. We
I
need
stand
everyone
Kandaroon,
alive.
This
takes
is not
out
how
the
we do
ram.
things. This is a very bad idea.
No,
And he
we
backs
gotta
up,
take everything out to
and
shot.
he charges the
Can I-
door.
Sibo is just
Strider is
pushing
trying
you out of the way. Sibo's just pushing you because he's just like, no. Everyone gets their try. And you see this big grin on his face.
I'm getting ready to lock this door.
Is there
Sounds
like,
good.
no, everyone gets their shot. And you see he's just enjoying, he's looking back at Volmer like, go for it. And he's just super excited about it.
Oh my god, I'm just...
As Scanner, you start to make your way kind of like, I'm getting this door down. Volmer just like steps up, and even though it takes a couple moments and you're starting to like get the ram ready and you're like getting ready to push him out of the way, you hear the go off. And you see Volmer
Dalmar,
just kind of
Corvallis,
like
some lock picks you are. I've done this for what, a day now?
As Corveus and Delmar, you hear him call out to you guys on the opposite side of the room.
Fulmer, you're also full of shit.
I seem to be the only person who could get this one at least.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Iskander and returns the battering ram, disappointed.
Oh, it's all in jest, my friend. It's all in jest.
Sibo actually gives you like a bit of a hard pat to the back, which has got the metal gauntlet. And it's like, see, everyone gets their chance.
So now that we've actually got all 3 doors open, which door are we going in first?
I say we start with the leftmost one.
Okay, that would be the one I had picked first, right?
Yep.
Okay, Corveus, I want you to stay in front of me because I know you're gonna run off if you don't.
No. Just
Dennis
now.
goes in first. Immediately is greeted by a room with a dead brazier, with a table that seems to have rusted and worn tools, and a singular cage that seems to be hanging open. And this entire room itself seems to have long been abandoned. With you see a bit of scattered bone around the room itself.
Can I roll to see if I would like recognize what the bones are from?
Make a
Nature?
medicine or nature check, your choice. One of the two. Nature. As you kind of like look at the bone, you kind of analyze as much as you possibly can. They're humanoid. What exact humanoid you can't really tell, but at the very least you can tell that from the age, size, it's an adult humanoid of some kind.
Well, that's rather unsettling. Corveus, Dalmar, Sibo, you might not want to stick on your own in this place.
Already just look for traps.
There's humanoid bones in this room. You seriously
look
do not
back.
want to go off on your own. It would be incredibly stupid to do so.
You look back, Siebo's in the doorway, and Dalmar and Corveus are nowhere to be found.
This is why we don't have nice things.
Well, aside from whatever it is they were doing in here, there doesn't seem to be much in this room.
So you said there were tools on that counter?
Yeah.
Can I roll to see
Rusted
if I
and long worn.
can I roll to see if I know what they would be for?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. You're not one for dissecting or any form of torture, so it's hard to like know which were these for. Which were
Why
these
did my
identified?
dumbass think these were blacksmithing tools because of the brazier next to them, and for some reason the cage on the map looked like an anvil?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious what this room was for.
I had
Cages
just
and
the
bones
biggest
and all
brain
that.
fart.
It's a sex
Okay,
engine.
let's-
Wait,
And
what?
that's why I said, like, whatever it is they were doing in here as a way of dancing around.
Fulbright, let's just go make sure our companions aren't dead. Sibo, let's move. We don't want another death today.
Aye, aye.
Hmm.
As you guys begin to make your way back, you see the door at the very far end of the room is just wide open.
Oh, you crazy bastards.
Y'all ain't here yet.
We're zooming though.
I'm gonna
We're
tell
running.
Dalmar to help me look for traps on this door, just in case. Okay.
That door is not
Looks
trapped
clear.
whatsoever.
Alright.
And
Looks
Corveus, you at the very least is kind of like, yeah, he made a really quick roundabout for that, but when you look over it, doesn't seem trapped in any way. But I will say, with the 20 investigation, you do note that, unlike many of the other doors, this one seems oddly more secured for whatever reason.
Oh.
Like
We sh-
the lock mechanism that you kind of like peek through to make sure there's no trap in there. You notice that it's far more complicated than the ones you guys have picked so far.
There might be hiding something in here. We should go get the Never mind.
Was that when we turned the corner?
As you start to look back, you hear the footsteps of the rest of the group coming at you, and you're like, never mind, let's wait like 30 seconds and they'll be
Yeah.
here.
It was
So
empty.
much for surprise and quiet.
Yep.
Well, we found a torture chamber, so we instantly panicked and started chasing after you two dumb fucks.
Why
You're all
would
about
the
to
torture
find the
chamber
book.
scare you?
Bring
I
her a
don't
boot.
look. We don't know what's here. There could be shit here that we don't understand. Hell,
The
for all we
slimes.
know, someone could be behind that door. So.
Yeah, there might be. There could also be another slime. Anyways, Fulmer.
There could also be another black slime.
By
Could
the
be.
way,
We both know you aren't good at dealing with those.
Oh, I'm great at dealing with those.
Bulmer, is this door magically trapped at all?
Let me take a look at it.
Don't make an Arcana check. Meanwhile, bring her boobs. Y'all about to find the porn stash.
Yes.
Probably
I will
accurate.
also check this door because I am also a magic man.
Magic man, take me by the hand.
And as you both look over this door, Iskander, you do get a hint of magic coming off of it, which at least tells you that there is magic on this door. As to what kind, you're not entirely sure. Meanwhile, Volmer, you yourself, you do get a detection of magic from it. What specifically, you're not entirely sure, but it's rather powerful, and it's different from the last one that you felt on the other door. Absolutely different.
Is it coming from the door, or is it coming from something behind the door?
The door.
Big distinction, as we've
Yeah.
learned.
Very big distinction.
Okay, so is something magic coming from the door?
Got it.
The door itself, not behind the door.
Fulmer, good luck. This is your area of expertise. Show us those magic fingers.
At this point, knowing he's about to be standing next to a huge concentration of magic, I scan him and like he kind of like swells up a bit
Dalmar just
briefly,
leaves.
Dalmar just books it.
and he casts false life.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that temp HP. 8 points of temp HP.
I'm gonna look at the other door real quick. You guys,
You guys really
deal
just
with
not
the
want to
magic.
stick with the group.
I've seen you guys get blown up by fireballs, and I'm not gonna do the same thing in this tiny ass corridor. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is like...
You've proven that you're a master, lockpicker, and you're good with magic. So here you go.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
What in the fuck?
Just give him proficiency at this point.
I mean, after a few more weeks of making him pick all the fucking locks, he might get it.
It's because I'm a dex swordsman, so my dexterity is very high naturally.
You also
By the
rolled
way,
a 20.
Scanner, did you cast False Life twice, or?
No. I just thought I would have to roll in the app.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it rolls with it. I didn't know that one does it, actually, which is very nice.
Natural 20.
Fucking natural 20.
On something I'm not supposed to be good at. My
Hopefully the
character
crit
was
will allow us to
He has
avoid
never
whatever
picked a
horrible
lock in his
consequences
life
will
before
be impugned by
yesterday.
this door.
So while Volmer is picking the lock, Dalmar, you're looking into this room real quick?
You're still muted.
Of
There you
course I am. Thank you. So yeah, the investigation I rolled was for traps.
Yep.
Then if that's clear up to here, I'm gonna peek around.
As you peek around, you notice something very interesting. 2 more braziers and another table with more tools on it. But the tools also are accompanied with a old, ragged, and decrepit journal of some kind. And there is a pit in the far end of the room that just seems to have a bunch of just scattered bones just lying on top of it. And you could almost swear with your passive, you could almost swear you just hear the ever so slightest hint of breathing. That is not your own.
We don't have to be worried about something else in this place, they said.
No, not at all.
You don't have to worry about us, they said. It'll be fine if we split the
Okay.
party.
And Corvais, as you start to walk up, you notice that Dalmar, after taking a quick peek inside, you yourself also hear that faint breathing. You do see him kind of like lighten his step, almost on instinct.
Just gonna sit there and, like, shadow him, essentially, the whole time.
Okay.
Because I don't know if he even knows I'm there yet.
It's an 18? No. That's just above his passive, remember correctly.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
That makes
Yep.
it even funnier.
Passive.
Yep. Just above his passive.
And you
Straight
had
up.
stealth before going down the
Hard attack
corridor,
against
so
battle.
Yep.
Straight up being his shadow.
You're
Yep.
gonna say some.
Meanwhile, Fulmer.
oh yeah, it means that the hand signals to you I did don't make any sense. Never
Yep.
mind, I went through. Sorry.
Which means that Fulmer, as you, Iskander, and Sibo kind of just like look at you from around the corner, as you go to pick it, there's this confidence in you. You don't know where this is coming from. And all you can hear in your head is those words from Damar. It says, "We'll make a thief of you yet."
An
You're kind of
honest.
like,
thief.
I'm not a good enough thief. I'm never gonna be a thief. It's a fluke. It's gotta be a fluke. But as you hear the door unchamber and you pocket the thieves' tools, have to kind of brush yourself of that guilt of maybe you are becoming a thief.
Okay, I'm gonna feel for magic again now that the door's actually unlocked.
Make an Arcana check. A little bit fuzzy in the mind right now. A couple things going around, but you don't seem to sense any magic coming from this door.
I don't think it would be a good idea to tamper with that thing further while we're not all together.
It's probably true. Wait, are you telling me the other two ran off again?
Oh, they left about 2 minutes ago.
I didn't feel the need to interrupt your concentration.
Same. You did really good, by the way.
Thank you. Let's go save thing 1 and thing 2.
Yep, I thought so. As they begin to make their way back, Dalmar, you snatch the book with swift hand. And you can definitely feel that there's some weight to this book. It's definitely been filled with pages and pages and definitely been written in with quite a bit of ink.
The moment he turns around and be like, "So what you got there?"
Literally, as Dalmar, you lift up the book. As you lift up, you just see Corvais just standing there, just
Like
looking at you.
this.
Okay, so that to see how startled I am, that be a con save?
Constitution or insight, your choice. So either Constitution
like that'd be a
saving throw or
will
insight
save.
check. Insight check. So there. You know what? Now make a con save to see if you keep up the stealth or if you give off a sound. I'm interested. Okay.
Damn.
So, even though when you see Corvais right there as you lift up the book and he's right there, just like 2 feet away from you, not even. There's a moment you kind of like feel your heart in your chest leap, but you swallow the sound of surprise that you felt coming out of you. As you take just like a super quick breath.
You can see the mask move up and just a giant fucking smile. Just
God.
I'm gonna take a step over to this.
Okay.
That breathing, is it coming from down there?
As you get closer, you very much evidently can tell that the breathing is coming from that direction, yes.
Can I see the bottom of this thing? 120 feet.
Look down, and it's on a rough estimate, maybe about 30 or so feet. But you notice that there's something down there. It looks almost humanoid in nature, just kind of curled up on the ground, looking, I wouldn't say disheveled as much as just decrepit and gaunt.
How big is this thing?
Give me a perception check. It's hard to tell from the distance and how it's all curled up, but you get the idea that it is at the very least probably some sort of a adult human male-esque size.
Okay. And I'm gonna look to Dalmar and just kind of like, yeah, sign for like paper, pen.
It's around that moment that you start hearing the footsteps coming from your comrades
I'll
in the hallway.
so I'll create a mental link with Corveus.
I'm just gonna shove it, like point for everyone to go back the moment I start hearing them.
I'm gonna stop and I'm like try to signal. Okay, that's this. Let's go back a bit.
Yeah, just
Iskander like kind of slowly starts to reverse.
You see Sibo kind of just like, oh, wait, what are we? Oh, okay. Oh. You see him just kind of like now shrugging, kind of like pointing, just like.
Okay, so
They might have found
mentally,
something that needs a
I
bit of
don't have
stealth. because-
parchment and ink.
okay.
I can see if Volmer has some.
I have some.
Or what you thinking?
Know that?
But this is mental conversation.
Yeah.
He's doing this in the mental, so they're not talking out loud here.
Give me a minute to just kind of get a good mental image of this person, creature, whatever this is. I
Okay.
can create an illusion. And
Wait, I forget. Does Dalmar have dark vision, or was that only Darren who didn't have it?
Dalmar has it.
Okay.
Or sorry, Dalmar's the only person who doesn't have dark vision. So at this point, he's like hard squinting. He's only getting the figure of what's going on. He can't actually like read or actually genuinely see anything.
Okay, I was just wondering that. Does it look?
I'm gonna tell Dalmar, take the book back, let them know to give me a couple minutes. I'm trying to just see what this is, so I can give them a good image also. And I'm gonna take some extra time to just watch this thing and see if I recognize any other features, and just get a good mental image of who this or what this thing is.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another. Give me a perception or insight. Your choice at that point.
They're both the same, so.
Okay. So with the 20, and you guys see Dalmar returning to you guys. Your eyesight being able to adjust better now with Iskander's lantern to help you see things far easier.
So what did you find?
What seems to be the problem, Dalmar?
So I'm going to use my class ability and open up a mental conversation with all 5 of us.
Okay. Gonna double check. I think you need to see Corveus at least. I'll pause on that. No. I'm just
sure.
double
I
checking.
know that it can be within 1 mile.
Well, they have to be within 30 feet of you to start with, I think. 30 or 60, one of the two. And then it can be a mile.
Right, and I broke line of sight with Corveus. So, okay, so just the 4 of us then.
Yeah, okay.
Because that sounds right.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so we found another torture chamber. There's a pit in the floor with some bones over the pit, but there's something breathing in the pit. Something's alive down there. Corveus can at least see the thing. He's just going to watch it, gain some more information. So at the moment, we're better off just staying quiet. Thus, this mental conversation.
Did you find anything else in there?
Yeah, was there anything else of note? Anything that could help us shed some light on what's going
Found
on?
a journal.
May I see it?
Sure. I can't Can you see in this light, Fulbright?
I'm used to reading in the dark.
You see hesitation. Well, he did try to pull SIBO out. And I'll hand you the journal.
Alright, I'll flip through it.
As you flip through it, it immediately hits you that this is draconic. A little bit on the odd side of things. But since you can read it, you do read through it. And it tells of ideas and scriptures of some kind. A lot of experimentation and testing to do with dark entities and materials of sorts. And most of it just seems like general gibberish nonsense of just like, oh, well, the shadow plane is a place of this thing and it can manage these things. The abyssal can do this and that. The astral sea, this and that. But it's near the end is when some of the wording becomes manic and wild, but also somehow more straightforward. And it talks about succeeding in something, creating something. The plants, it worked. It manifested it. It opened the way. Perhaps it can also seal the way.
This is definitely something to look through more thoroughly at a later time. And I'll close the book and pocket it.
Okay. Meanwhile, Corveus, as you're taking your time to look
What's it saying?
around with silent step, looking at this thing, and you start to notice that it does have a sort of humanoid-esque shape to it, but as you're looking at it, there's something different about it, and you start to really get a good feel of it as you kind of go around, you take a good glance, you try to get good angles. This thing is calling it gaunt is an understatement. Skin in the flesh is clung to whatever bone and flesh the body has. You can almost tell that the fingers are elongated. They're not normal length. And there's something about the head that seems far more singular pointed than an actual, like, detached head form.
So
And there's also a couple instances where, against depth of vision, you could almost tell that it almost seems like some of the bone is just sticking out of it.
So I would have done probably a little bit of research into my little thing.
Mhm.
Is this, whatever this creature is this familiar to me?
Make a history check. A
Not the
decently
best.
high DC is all I'm going to say.
Nope.
Ooh. Unfortunately, in your study and learning, trying to ascertain things on that subject, you don't recall ever reading anything about this.
Okay. But I have a good mental picture of what this thing is now.
A pretty roughly good idea, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to the group.
Okay. And as you make your way back, you do see that Iskandarun is only just barely finishing closing up the book and kind of starts handing it back to Dalmar. Like, this is something we're going to look in later.
And I'll add Corveus to the mental conversation.
Okay.
I'd like to point out that I actually didn't hand it back to Dalmar.
Oh, you're not handing it back?
No, I'm not giving it back yet.
Okay.
Should we close the door?
Whatever that is, it's... You said about 30 feet deep?
Yeah.
About 30 feet deep in a hole with a grate over the top of it. So... But I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you will know. Or any of you might know, and I'll do minor illusion and just create an image of it.
Okay. Skander, Sibo, and Dalmar definitely wouldn't know, but Volmer, just because of your studies, go ahead and make a history check for me. Maybe you've seen about this thing.
History.
Come on, not 20.
I wasted it on the lockpicking.
I know, right?
Why am I blind? Where is history?
Up at the top, ish.
I believe it's in alphabetical order.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, not a nat 20, but pretty solid.
As you look at this thing and you think on it, there's a lot of pieces that you try to like connect with what knowledge you know of. And there comes an idea from you. A recognition, a remembrance of some kind. Something to do with the Shadowfowl. These creatures that were once humanoids have since been twisted and altered by that negative energy in some way. And you know that there are multiple kinds, but you can't remember exactly which one this one is. But you do remember that those corrupted things are not to be trifled with. Tend to be on the higher end of the deadly spectrum.
Can you put a name to it?
Fortunately not. Because each of them has their own different name to it. That's why it's hard to identify which each one is.
Do you have a picture?
I just thought it was a hag.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll give a picture. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
might as well give a picture.
I mean, realistically, there's only like 2 things it could be.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
Whoo. That's fucking creepy as shit.
Nice.
I actually don't know what that is out of game.
Neither do I.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
So,
I know because I was looking at stuff like this in preparation, but I don't say anything.
Okay.
as usual, whenever I try to identify something, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is, if it's in there, then we can assume it can't get out because it's been stuck there for a while, probably, judging by the dust. The bad news is that thing could probably kill us all.
Cool.
Maybe. It's pretty deadly.
And you destroyed the door. Looking at Fulbright.
No, I
you
didn't.
I picked
I was
the
not
lock.
allowed to.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
the
I was
door is
making
still
jokes
there.
at you.
Yeah.
I picked the lock.
I thought he battery rammed this one.
He
No, we
went to
stopped
go
him.
for it, but
I really wanted
Sibo
to.
kept him from doing it to give
We
Voldemort a
managed to
chance.
hold him back.
Oh, okay.
The
Literally.
DM disallowed me to smash.
Okay.
That's
So,
when I started cracking jokes about being the better lock pick, because everyone else tried and then I picked it.
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay, we should relock this door then. Fulmer?
I'm just the go-to now, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to close the door.
Go ahead and make a lock pick check for me. There is a jitter to you this time, where it's kind of like, well, now I know
I'll
what's
give him
behind that
advantage.
door. Are you gonna give him advantage? Go for it.
I'll give Volmer advantage.
Go for it. He did worse with your help.
Come on, no pressure him.
Very much a moment of like, I got this. Stop.
There's pressure on me now. There's
Yeah.
pressure on me now.
There's like literal pressure where it's like, you know what's behind that door, you know what's in there, and even if it might not be able to break out, if it does, oh god. So you got that dead jitters to you, and you can't get to the door to lock.
I did too good a job unlocking it. I can't relock it.
You see him kind of shaking a little bit with his hands.
We'll have to teach you that later. Let me try. And I'll come up and...
Step back.
Hey, Corvus, can you show me an image of that room?
Can you do that with...
It'd be a very small image, but technically yes. Because you
An
could classify it
image.
as an object.
Like just
Yeah.
like a
So
little.
it's actually just a 5x5 diorama, basically.
Yeah, I'll create a little image before I go to...
Like I'll ask like, what's this distance, and then I'll add it to the map.
It's like it's not the greatest detail in the world because I said the 5x5 diorama, but yeah, you can get a good idea.
Okay.
And Corvus, as you go to pick the lock, it takes you a couple moments, but you do eventually get the hang of it, and you do hear the final tumble lock.
Okay. Okay, let's not mess with that room. And then I'll give the details to Fulbright. So,
I love how no one's trying to pronounce his first name.
Iskander.
I did for a while, but then I just started going to Skander.
It just
I just rather not say Iskander rune. I'm just like.
I like
Skander.
that my name takes up 3 squares.
Yes, it fucking
Yeah,
does.
it does, because it's so fucking long.
I
why
mean,
do you
I
think
don't know if you
everyone
saw-
else here just has their first name?
I don't even know if you saw on the fucking initiative tracker. Where is it? Add turn. I have to look at that.
Yep.
Like how far you have to stretch that. It's ridiculous.
You know what they say about long names?
Just be glad I didn't write down his middle name.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. My backup character's got a long ass name too.
I mean, even Dalmar has a middle and last name.
Yeah.
I only have
That-
a last name.
That literally just reminds me of Percival von Frankenstein von Muso Kowalski de Rolo III.
Yep.
Anyway,
I love
so
it.
this leaves one more path for us to go, and this time Corveus and Dama can't just go do their own thing.
What thing?
Explore
Wanna do
rooms
that?
without us.
There's only one more room to explore.
Yes, that's the point I was making. There's one room, so you can't do that now.
Oh, you said we can't go do that. Okay.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
thought you said
go do
we
that.
can go do that.
No, I was
Well, I mean, they
grateful
could
that
go
you
back-
can't now.
They could go back to the treasure room with the slime.
Oh, good
and
point.
The mirror and the other Darren.
And then I'll come back.
So, Bulmer,
Yes.
the whatever magic's on this door, it can't be disarmed from this side. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. The magic was in the door itself, and I didn't get the best sense that time.
So it's inaccessible.
We can open the door. I don't know about what will happen if we do.
Then I should go.
Yes, I would recommend a double check.
Hearing that, I step out of the hallway.
Step back.
It's a magic
Wait,
check. He's
Which
not
is funny
opening the
because
door yet.
Dalmar, when he beat you all there, basically just because like darting it there, you see him just kind of like look over the door, and as he hears that, you just seem like, nope, bye.
Corveus, brave enough to lead a slime into a room with a giant devil monster, like armor, and a copy of a powerful warlock, but not brave enough to stand near a door.
Steals himself and pushes through the door.
Okay.
Oh, he's just opening. I thought he was sensing for magic. He was just opening it.
No, he's just prepared to take whatever happens.
As you push open the door, and you feel the extra weight to this door compared to a couple of the other ones you've touched on. Before you push it open, and you just see, with the illumination of your lantern, a room filled to the brim with overgrown flowers.
And he's like immediately going to jump back.
And you do see that all these flowers are going from the stone itself.
Huh.
You know, I do gotta say, Volmer, you joke about that, but last time I watched you open a magical door, you exploded.
I'm fine. I lived.
Barely.
I still lived.
Uh-huh.
We should
For
check
a
again.
scholar,
from
you
the
deal with pain
threshold.
well.
Plus, the door opened. It's fine.
What's
don't
in
trust
there?
Flowers.
What's in it? Oh, flowers. Intriguing.
Flowers?
What kind?
I don't know. Let me check. And what would that be?
Nature investigation, your choice.
I do investigation.
Okay.
I do not do investigation. Oh wait.
Yeah, you did.
Oh wait. Never mind. I mistook Dalmar's for mine. So
As you're
21.
looking over these flowers, and you don't know the exact type of flower that this is, but at least as you're kind of looking these over, you get the idea that these aren't poisonous, these aren't anything of an issue to walk through, to look over, and at the very least, they look very pretty.
That's it. Did
Yeah.
they look pretty?
Well, nature investigation get their different answers.
Might I pass through, my friend? I would like to check something.
Alright.
Can I walk by?
Oh,
Can I try
he's into the room? Okay.
Can I see if the flowers are magic? Do they have any magical properties to them?
How are you going about doing this? This is a genuine question.
I'm just gonna like take a closer look at them, maybe pluck one, just like try to feel for magic energy like I do for traps.
Okay, make an Arcana check for me real quick.
Try to sense the weave kind of thing.
Okay. As you're kind of just trying to sense over these flowers, you get the faintest touch of magic from it. And as you're kind of like looking over them, trying to see what they are, it comes that moment where you go and you pluck one, and as you pluck it, you just see the ever so faintest plume of pollen come off of it. I just make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh. As that plume of pollen comes off, and as you're looking over the flower, you feel this sudden urge to swallow it, to take it within you. But you kind of hold your mental grasp and kind of shake your head a little bit, kind of like, that'd be a really fucking stupid idea.
Volmer, you should try eating it.
That is a very stupid idea.
Oh, well, Bringer Boop says otherwise.
I'm dating a dumbass. Anyway.
Well, that's one of the quickest ways to find out the properties of a plant.
So they have some level of magic, not much, but they seem to release a pollen that makes them. You want to? What do you mean take on them to you, or like what do you mean by that?
Take it inside of you.
Like eat it?
Yeah, I don't like any of the implications of this.
Neither do I. It seems to also have the ability to grow without light or water.
Let's shut
Everything
this up
in
and
this-
come back to it later. If it ever.
Can I make a quick look around for like chests or items or anything?
Make an investigation check of the room itself.
Good, just to see if they hid anything in here.
In any of my travels, have I ran into this plant?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as you look over the room, doesn't seem like there's anything hidden around here.
I'll check around the perimeter of the room as well, just to make sure that we're not missing anything else.
Careful
Okay.
about breathing in the pollen, my friend.
For whatever reason, I'm not familiar with this flower, right?
Yep. As you yourself look around the room, you don't see anything in there yourself. And are pretty damn sure that there's nothing else in this room that you can see.
It probably was the best locked because these flowers are dangerous for some reason.
Probably.
Possibly when you eat them, something bad happens. It's clearly a magical effect.
Some are. You could only swear that you hear a come from somewhere behind you.
On the mental comms, I think I hear something.
From where?
Natural
Not
way
all
of
wild
bother.
spells.
He's just gonna run through here if Dalmar's spooked.
Whoops.
I might look to Volmer.
The Corveus to move with him as he runs through. He's gonna try to get Sibo to move with him too.
As you run by, I'm gonna say, I bet the magic on the door was an alarm. And I'm gonna pull out that rock that forms into a dagger, and I'm gonna cut one of these plants
Okay.
at the base.
Okay. As you cut the plant, you see the pollen. Go ahead and just give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you pull back quick enough. Yeah, perfectly fine. Before, as you kind of note that pollen, you just like stand up before that pollen even gets a chance to get to your mouth in any way, shape, or form. Meanwhile, Skander, you hear another, maybe a little louder this time.
I'll reply over link. Do you think that might be the armor?
It couldn't be. It can't fit through the door.
How do you know?
It's too big.
This time
We
it's loud
tried
enough
that.
for all of you to hear.
Can we tell what direction it's coming from?
Make a perception check.
Like, can we tell what room it's?
Nope. I'm too busy
It's an
holding
echoey
this plant
chamber.
out.
A real echoey chamber.
Side note, how well did that dagger cut?
Oh, extremely. It cut
Okay.
like butter.
To be fair, it was a flower.
That is also true.
Still, yeah, if you have a dull blade,
It's still hard to cut, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But as the next one comes, you hear a more audible crashing sound of some sort. Scanner, you
Where is
calls
that
from the
coming
room
from?
that you guys just left. That was locked up.
Ah, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Again, over mental comms. It's coming from the room with the pit.
This way. And I'll run towards the cube room.
We could lead it to the armor.
Try
That
this
is-
again, huh?
That is dumb enough to work twice, actually, so let's do it.
As you hear another, once again louder. The scanner's going towards the cube room. Corvais is going towards the armor. Sibo is now just like stuck in between. He's like, wait, what? What are we doing? But he's talking out loud because he doesn't know that you guys have the mental connection thing. He's like, what's going on?
He's
I'm gonna
in on that
signal him,
connection
Go
too.
to Fulbright.
He is, but
Fulbright,
he's
keep
not.
him safe.
He's confused.
Go back
So
to the
are we-
entrance, Sibo. We're gonna lead the thing to the armor.
You want me to help? I could.
Sibo, just hurry. Come with us. Just go to the entrance. Stay safe.
Wait, go with you or go to the entrance?
I'm heading towards the entrance. I'm just making sure that the door's unlocked
Just-
first.
Follow Volmer.
He's gonna just stick to Volmer.
First it was Darren, now it's Volmer. He
Yep.
makes it connections fast.
We're a bunch of idiots.
We are.
Yeah.
We're about to freaking cheese out a boss
As you
fight
guys.
again.
So Volmer, you're heading towards the entrance of the chamber, or are you going towards the armor?
I'm heading towards the armor for now to make sure that they get the door unlocked.
Okay. And as you guys are making your way through, you guys hear a far more audible crash of some kind. Sounds like breaking metal.
Is that coming? Can I hold an action for that door breaking?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare an attack.
Okay. As you hold yourself in stand, go ahead and make a roll for luck. Oh, you already did. And you take that moment as you hear that echoing crash come from the other side of the chamber. Corvais, you feel that fuel your determination to unchamber the lock of the door. As you do so, you hear the go off. Meanwhile, Dalmar from behind, you hear the bash, and you see visibly the door impact and dent inward towards the room that you're in.
Over the comms, it's breaking through the door. Get hidden quick.
Dama, move to the trap door.
I need to get its attention first.
Leave that to
Great.
Corvais. He's the fastest one here.
And this time you hear the splintering crack of the door.
Dalmar, pull out.
While he's doing that, Volmir's gonna go this way and signal to Fulbright. Come this way. There's another place to hide.
Got it.
I can be here.
You start to actually see the door start to splinter enough to actually see inside, and you only ever simply see the fleshy form of this creature.
I'm just gonna tink a couple of daggers
Rag
at
Sibo.
the door.
You're just gonna chuck some daggers at the door.
Yep.
So you're helping it break the door, is what I'm hearing.
I don't. No, never mind. That was dumb.
So, I'm gonna ask Volmer over comms. How do you know how well this creature can see someone stealth or anything like that? Do they have any kind of blind sense or shit?
DM?
The best that you can figure is things from the Shadowfell are very good at seeing things in the dark. Though in this type of creature, it depends on what type it is. And unfortunately, you don't know what type it is.
I can't tell you specifically, but things from the Shadowfell generally can see in the dark better than most. So be very careful, my friend. I don't want to lose 2 people on this excursion.
Okay, good to know.
And Volmir's gonna stand at the trap door and hold it open for the other 2.
Okay. Sibo is just gonna hop right in. Boop.
I'll stay out here.
Okay. as you hear the final crashing boom of the door just utterly shattering away, and you hear the splintering crash of wood and reinforced metal just falling to the ground.
I'm gonna
You hear the growl and the sniffing what is like
pull out my horn and blow that thing as fucking hard as I can again.
as all of you hear the echoing ring of the horn. You hear just the sound of just
I'm gonna make sure it has sight of me when I'm not gonna go in the room, but I'm gonna look over.
look on to this decrepit, decaying creature as it looks towards your direction. Let's go ahead and roll initiative just to get this properly going.
Let me make sure I'm selected.
Come on. Not the best. I got a +4 and I can't. My fucking initiatives are so god awful with this dude. For being a paranoid fucker, like he really.
Apparently get some really bad rolls, yeah.
Yeah, like especially for initiative, you think he'd be like. I almost need to take the alert feat.
You rolled faster than Thing, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, that is very true.
Did I?
We
Oh,
think
thank
he
God.
moves faster than the thing.
You did, ever so barely. Everybody else is way faster, apparently. Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a fast guy. I
So?
can never
Actually-
afford to be slow again.
as you each hear just that crashing sound and the horn ring out through the chamber. Dom, are you doing anything?
Nope.
Valmer, anything? Or just staying in the chamber?
I'm gonna be trying to signal to Fulbright, get in here, it'll be safe. It won't be
Sibo,
traced."
you see him kind of like just getting ready down there, but he's like not moving right now. All right.
If things go pear-shaped, I have to be there.
Look, we have to trust Corveus on this one. He's done this before, he's the fastest man I know. He's a very skilled warrior. We can trust him to do this properly.
Very well. I'll hide with you. But if I get the inkling that something's gone awry, I'm leaving.
I'll be out before you, trust me.
I'll be right behind you. You're faster than me. So Corveus, what are you doing as this thing looks at you and you see it just rearing, as you can almost see the foot cracking some of the stone beneath it to try and go after you.
Damn.
For such a skinny fuck, he's surprisingly strong.
Almost like his strength score is pretty fucking high.
If,
How do you think it broke through a metal caging?
So I'm gonna go here, peek my head out, and
I
I'm
don't
gonna.
remember, but was there any writing in this tomb room?
No, it's not.
I am gonna hold my action.
To dash.
Yep, and I'm still kind of like blaring on that horn if I can. So
As you dash away, all of you would hear the unending wailing scream of this creature just echo out into the chamber, sounding like the tortured soul of 1,000 knights just booking its way towards Corveus with everything it's got.
okay,
Anything,
and
Delmar?
held action. I'm moving.
Over comms, did it take the bait?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hold an action to attack up here.
Okay.
Just in case.
Alright, Volmer, anything? As you hear this echoing chamber shaking roar.
I'm gonna try to silently shut the door, like trap door, as I'm standing at the ladder ready to climb up if something goes wrong.
Okay. Sibo is waiting as well. Fulbright, I'm assuming you're waiting as well. If you're there, I'm gonna say yes. Correus, back in the chamber. I'm just gonna move this all over right now, because that's where it's going towards.
Yep.
And let me reset everything.
Like the idea that there's just little blobs of black pudding now.
Just,
There kind of is, actually. I'm not even kidding.
just,
You do see the decrepit, like, devolved form of the black ooze just on the ground.
This is the second thing we've joked into canon.
Yep.
What is? I'm sorry, my internet died.
There being little splotches of the black pudding just laying around in the thing. First it was government mandated elf girlfriends, now it's this.
Oh, no, fairness, that was always a thing.
And now freaking everyone in chat is gonna be so confused. It will be beautiful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Thanks.
7. So you have 2 more blocks of movement if you want it.
So that was my held action, getting down to here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can either stop there, or you have 2 more blocks of movement if you want it.
I would go.
Okay.
Wait.
So now it's your actual action.
This bullshit.
So now it's my
Now your
turn.
actual turn.
I am going to move off. Oh god, let's do that. 20 feet there.
Okay.
And
This is the third boss fight in this one dungeon.
Yes, yes,
40.
it is.
I believe you when you said you were trying to make us leave.
No, hold on.
I
20.
love how we used one boss to beat the 2 other bosses. That's the best part about this.
Yeah?
Let's go 25 there. I'm gonna try to stealth.
Okay, go make a stealth check.
Fuck me.
Does he have advantage because of all the shadow stuff?
He does not. As you try to blend into those shadows, keeping as quiet as you possibly can. You hear the ever-present roar and scream and howl of this creature follow you into the chamber. And you just see it just looking around with its beady, glowing eyes, trying to see where you are. It does not have line of sight on you right now, so you lucky bastard.
Yep, that's why I went over here.
Yep. So what do you want to do? As the rest of you hear this cry just get dampened down and lessened. For no reason.
I'm gonna... Okay, so my turn in the initiative would happen again before the thing, right?
Yeah.
Can I try to signal over the comms? Kovaeus, maybe try to signal it to activate the armor this time rather than doing it yourself.
I don't want to be the guy that has to say it, but he is not on our link.
Yeah, he redid it.
Dalmar added him once you could see him.
Oh, he can do that?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah,
He can do, I think, within the next 2 hours, I believe.
Man, he should work in a call center.
He is the call center.
he used
He
to.
literally is his call center.
I was tech support for 3.5 years.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna try to tell Kovaeus, maybe try to bait it into activating the armor rather than doing it yourself. Be safer.
Correction, you need to roll your psionic die. That's how long this lasts.
Oh,
Lasts 5 minutes.
I was like, I know it said something about the length of time. It's like, for the number of hours equal to the number rolled on your psionic die. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So I believe it's between 1 and 6 hours. I think it's a D6 in your psionic die.
Yeah.
That's just really
it's a
practical.
It is. It's nice.
It's like being able to talk out of character, just in character.
So 2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours. Y'all got phone service. And I'm cutting you off. You haven't paid your service yet.
How do we have cell service in a cave?
That's how good I am, bitch. That's why you're paying
Okay.
me.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace in stealth?
If you have it,
I do.
does thou have Pass Without a Trace?
I do.
Shadow Monk.
Darkness,
ability.
Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, and Silence.
I didn't think Pass Without Trace was in there, but go for it, yeah. So,
Okay. So I'm gonna cast
takes
that.
Your action.
It does.
That means you won't be able to stealth this turn.
Step of the Wind can't Stella.
No,
Can I?
you can't. So that'd be a setup. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
Fuck. I'm going to then instead take a wide berth around.
If you're giving us like the play-by-play in your head, I have an idea.
Go here.
Okay.
Battering
So
ram this
as
door
you
down.
start to make your way closer towards the gates, you hear the grinding of metal. And because you're actually this close for the first time, you actually do see, coming from the gateway itself, comes grinding out that metal before it forms into the shape.
Fuck. Okay. Um. I'm going.
Wait, but the monster sees it too, right?
He has no idea. He has no line of sight.
Yeah.
Well, it's a straight shot between it and the monster, or the armor of the monster.
You hope.
Man, I have to say this monster's portrait very hard to see against the stones.
I'm casting
Yeah.
silence on myself.
Okay. That's 20 feet, right?
Yeah. Actually, could I have gone here? Because I went over to here.
Yes.
I want to say
Here.
I could have probably gotten to like here-ish. Down one more. Instead of being that close, because I'm trying to avoid, like, when he told me that, I was trying to avoid the portal itself and try to avoid getting close to that, and cast silence over here, and
Okay,
hopefully
the
that
armor
fucking helps me.
The armor still would have formed, but
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, that's my turn.
And I have to roll initiative for the fucking armor.
Wait, the armor doesn't have line of sight with Corveus.
No, it doesn't. But it also didn't have line of sight with Sibo that one time either, because he was invisible. And it still chased Sibo. It just didn't do anything to him for whatever reason. So technically the armor would have gotten after because of that. The
This is
creature...
the second time we've done this with a boss.
Oh, I love what's going to happen with the creature, though.
Do you think... Okay, place your bets now. Who's gonna win?
Me.
You actually
He was
watch
back from the dead.
Corveus as you hear the screeching cry of this creature. Oh, these days we can make strength checks now.
Oh shit.
They're going at it.
Armor loses as you hear the screaming cry of this creature, and you hear the clash of flesh on metal, and coming from the pillar, you see the creature rammed dead center into its body mass, and it's lifting the armor.
Oh fuck.
Oh, damn.
shit.
Oh fuck.
Literally
Holy
just pushed
damn.
it, and with a bear hug, it is lifting the armor and trying to bite at it. Because when it does this grapple, it gets a bonus action bite.
Holy shit.
And it hits.
This is the coolest shit.
And you see, as it bites onto the arm of the armor, it basically tears it off. But before it actually could fly off into the distance, the shadows recollect it. But you do see the shadow falter for that one moment.
I'm giving like a
Nice.
play-by-play.
27 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Corveus is like doing the
Yeah,
baseball
that-
announcer thing.
Right?
It's like, oh, this thing just picked it up, it took a bite, and ripped off its arm is back, and now the thing is about to grapple and grab at its throat.
I'm actually going to tell people to start moving in
Okay.
and bring everyone else into this initiative.
Oh.
Going.
Okay,
Does that mean
Walter
we
was
roll
gonna
again?
tell you to get out of there.
If we can take both of them, if they take each other, if we can kill off the last one, we win.
And you see it
Alright.
reaches out and it grabs onto its throat, and you see the shadows pierce into it, but it's almost like the creature felt almost no effect from it. But it did hurt it, but it didn't really hurt it all that much.
I'm gonna tell everyone to wait at the top of the staircase.
Yeah, wait at the door.
You can come just inside, just don't go down the staircase.
I'm gonna move everybody onto that screen except for Corveus, so you guys can do that on your turns.
Oh, so now it's really gonna be like freaking we're hearing it over comms because we can't actually see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
I
Scander.
fucking love this.
It is a 20-foot, or sorry, it's a 30-foot climb up, so that'd be your full movement normally to get up to the hatch.
For now, I will accept that.
Okay. Are you gonna dash, or are you just gonna do normal 30 movement for now?
Gonna get up to the hatch, and then I'm gonna begin running down the hall.
Okay. Oh, he's dead. Perfect
He
timing.
has perished.
There you go. Moved him. Corveus, what are you up to? As you just witnessed this happen, as these two creatures are going at it at one another.
I'm moving up here,
Okay.
stealthing. Do I have
Sounds like-
advantage being in silence?
Unfortunately, not.
Hmm.
It'll just be. They'll have to actually straight up be able to see you to actually see you, though.
Okay.
So you get
Let's
that
say,
little
does he have
bonus.
advantage because the freaking monster is distracted having the worst kiss ever with the armor?
A creature.
And actually, no. Are these pillars how they are? Like, can you see through these gaps?
No, they're meant to be solid pillars.
Okay, it's just that big of a solid pillar. Okay. I'm just going to sit here and listen.
Okay. Gonna see the armor strength check. Failure, or maybe it's a failure. Oh wow, they both rolled bad, but the armor rolled worse. Corveus, as you hide around the corner, you're just hearing this raging battle going on. You hear the echoing cry of this creature, that wailing, screaming pain. And then you hear nothing.
Fuck! They went through the portal, didn't they?
You get that idea that this creature did not stop running when it had a hold of this thing. As you look across the portal,
Yeah. Still there?
the portal is no longer there.
Mission accomplished.
We did it, boys.
We didn't get the armor, but honestly, I'd call that a win. We got through this entire dungeon without fighting a boss.
Yeah?
Darkness banished.
I'll dismiss the silence and just go, well, shit. Volmer, no more armor for you.
Honestly, I'm just glad we're all alive. Well, most of us are alive.
Yeah, that was kind of fun to watch. Holy shit. And I'll just kind of walk out.
They should make a sport out of this.
It is a really good fucking plan. I like this. It works so well, usually.
As you make your way back, as everybody starts to regroup back at the main chamber.
Oh no, it's still here. There's another one.
Oh no!
There's another one! It might bite your head off.
Lead it to the plants.
So, that was Interesting.
So that's it then.
It seems like it. All the shadowy shit. Like it started, like it was dissipating, right?
It went gone.
So like,
Whenever
it
the
just,
armor is up, there are no shadows in the room. They go into the armor.
I meant like the stuff that was floating like into the ceiling and up through the mountain.
Yeah, all of that goes into the armor. While the
Oh,
armor is active, all that goes into the armor.
okay. So yeah, all the shadowy shit's gone.
We gotta check outside soon now, just to see if the darkness is gone, but I say this is a job well done.
Well, if it's all the same to you, if you don't mind, I have a spell that can reveal what the language on these tapestries says.
I would be very interested in hearing what they say if you could do that.
I begin to ritually cast comprehend languages.
Okay. So unless anyone wants to do anything in the next 10 minutes, comprehend languages goes off. And Skander, immediately you can recognize that this is deep speech. And
Watch
what
it
you
be like
can
a warning.
It was what kind of speech?
deep speech.
Oh, okay.
And as you look over the tapestries and what writing you can get, you can see on the tombstone itself. Make sure I'm not going to get this name wrong. As God knows I'm going to obviously have to talk about this name again in the future. Ikatel Mosley. I'm going to write that down because ain't no chance in hell y'all spelling this.
Kettle mostly.
Brave warrior and braver martyr is what's written on the tombstone.
And the symbols around it.
The symbols around it, it says, friends shall hold and protect his memory.
Hmm.
I'll relay that to the group.
Intriguing. So this was made in memory of a martyr. Seems to have some form of religious significance, and yet they stored many monsters here.
So, you said that the half elf brought you here in search of a weapon.
A bow.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, do you know anything about the gnome that came through here? What they have done?
We just
It
know
wasn't
that
me.
Yeah.
we just know when we first arrived to town, everyone thought Sibo was that gnome and started trying to attack him. It is what actually led Dalmar to stab him.
How about we
Well,
sit down here for a little bit and Fulbright, that book you pocketed. How about you take a look through that and we just start seeing what information is in there.
yeah, but one thing first. At this point, I've been reasonably assured that you're not murderers, that you did not open this portal to the abyss, that you
Yes,
are
we're
not
actually all
the
serial
cause.
cannibals.
You're not supposed to tell
Scan
people
him.
that.
Not
Fulbright.
actually saying that, not actually saying that.
Alright.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
Uh,
We just learned something about Fulmer.
wait, did you just let out our secret?
Why do you think the drug
It's not
body
much,
language?
but I'll plead your case to anyone who'll listen out there.
You have my appreciation for that and for trying to help Sibo earlier.
Thanks. I guess.
If I may ask, are you going to continue to chase after this artifact?
Well, unless we have something to chase after, I don't think we can.
This was our only lead.
Darren kind of died with all his information.
That too.
Surely that gnome would know something, though. It's not as difficult as you're making it out to be.
This is true.
Plus, I would definitely clear your name with this town if you're to track them down and bring them to justice.
Corvus, Dama, Siva, you up for a manhunt?
Could be interesting.
Ooh.
I could care less what those people in that town think, but it could be interesting.
Corvus, the last thing we need to deal with is another group of bandits that are after you, hired by a town.
I mean, we dealt with them pretty well last time.
True, but still.
Granted, you almost died.
Yeah,
That was
sorry
because
about
Sibo
that.
shot me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, Sibo, don't worry about it.
You did try to hunt me down too. So did this one.
I didn't even draw my sword on you!
Yeah, but you joined in. Originally.
It was just because I needed safe travel and safer to travel in groups.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, the next hour, is anyone doing anything besides Skander reading over the journal?
I'm gonna cast Alarm as a ritual just to make sure that if something comes by, we're aware.
Okay.
I'm attuning to this rock.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to look through the book and see if I find any references with my knowledge of magical theory that I learned in the course of my studies and what I've come to understand through experience about the nature of magic and these kind of planar things they're describing.
Go ahead and just give me an intelligence check.
Can I give him advantage on that?
Since you can't read the language, unfortunately not. I'm 90% sure Volmar can't read Draconic.
A wizard who can't read Draconic?
Nope.
What?
Okay, in my defense, I can speak Abyssal, Celestial, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Common. Cut me some slack.
Draconic is like the basis of magic.
Or a big basis of magic.
Yeah.
I don't know D&D lore, okay?
Also, Corvus, go ahead and click refresh on your character sheet. You should see your brand new
I thought
item.
I thought Abyssal and freaking
inventory.
Celestial would be big on magic.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, Gander, while you're reading over this and you're trying to link together your personal studies with what you read on these pages, these are far beyond what you've learned. This is advanced. This is borderline insanity.
That makes sense. I don't think Iskandarin would be very involved with the high-minded,
Yeah.
weirdo research mages do.
And like I said, it isn't towards the end where this guy starts to go into that madness state where he starts talking more straightforward and more basic terms, so you actually start to get that connection idea that you read beforehand. Meanwhile, I'm gonna steal Corvus for a little bit.
Oh.
As the hour comes near its end, and you feel the attachment to this stone beginning to form within you, you hear a voice start to ring through. You're not Zinra, who lay claim to my soul.
Corvus.
Tell me, Corvus, is my traitorous apprentice with you?
Who is your apprentice?
Zinral. A tiefling, red in color, has the face of a gentleman and the tongue of a dragon.
At a game, do I know this person or ever heard of him?
Not that you can ever recall.
I've never heard of such person. Most likely long dead.
I doubt it. He has persisted, usurped me, and perhaps even claimed what was rightfully mine. Tell me, where are we in this moment?
We are in an ancient research laboratory.
With a tomb?
Yes.
Pray tell, what do you plan to do with my decrepit state that I am in?
Hmm. It depends. What can you do for me?
I can aid you. I made this weapon of my own soul, but my apprentice made it so I was more than just a part of it. Aid me in bringing his head, and I can promise you a greater artifact.
Hmm.
A personal collection of sorts.
You will bring me power to defend myself.
That is, if you choose to wield me in that manner.
Very well. I'll find this apprentice of yours, if he still lives.
I will aid you where I can. You need only look for me, if you get my gist.
Very well.
As the hour goes by, the
Is
information
Corvais
is...
dead?
No?
Nope,
Really?
you guys are.
Surprising.
Roll con saves.
Concentrating.
No, just kidding.
And with the attunement of the stone and the reading of the journal, diary of sorts, what do you guys plan on doing?
I'm going to map out the rest of this place just thoroughly since we're done with it.
Hey, and Sibo would once again help you as you've asked before, and once again, very much a... This little guy leads me on so weirdly. He sounds like an idiot, but he's so smart making this map. What is the deal with this dude?
Does he have like high wisdom, low intelligence, or something?
High intelligence, low wisdom.
Thought so.
He has no idea how to read people or what to understand, but he understands a lot.
It's fun.
So, what is the plan?
Well, we have a body to bury. That should be one of the first things we do.
We'll have to leave this place sometime.
Yes.
I can only hope the townsfolk won't be too frenzied at that point.
Imagine we should leave this place, get Darren buried, stay here a day, and then skip town. Maybe move on to chase the gnome.
Corvais, what do you think
What?
What do you think we should
about
do?
what we should do?
Well, our best lead right now is to hunt down this gnome. So, let's head back to the city, maybe, or the town. See if anyone actually saw him.
Before we go, can I check something? Sorry. I just realized something I want to check in the room with all the symbols. Like on the room on the top right with all the symbols of the weapons and gear.
Oh, the tomb, yes.
Yeah. Can I see how my sword scabbard lines up with the shape of the sword on the thing?
Make an investigation check.
Sorry, I just realized I wanted to do this and I just forgot.
Actually, kind of like trying to align it, trying to figure out how it goes. There's a genuine moment where you kind of can see the similarities, words, between the two of them. While you're not 100% sure, simply because this is a carving versus a genuine scabbard, you can't help but feel that twinge of hope that maybe it is.
On that note, I'm ready to leave. Sorry, I had to check something real quick.
So you can say that happened during the rest, the little
Yeah.
hour rest. Be like, oh, I just thought of something. Woof. Okay, I saw it.
Should we check that room with that had the ooze, the black ooze, before we leave?
I would have
Might as
gone
well.
over that with Sibo during the break.
I mean,
Oh, well,
actually,
you were reading the notebook or you were reading the journal during the break.
Oh, I thought. No, I meant like after the break.
Oh, right after.
When
so.
he said, "All right, is there anything else you want to do?"
So you're saying it's now you want to do it?
yeah, we could head
Well,
back there.
Like, I don't want to spend all this time moving through room to room, but I just want to like get everything down for the map, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
Before we go, there's one last thing I want to do, because I feel like I want to burn something after all this. Do you guys want to go set some flowers on fire?
No,
Hmm.
that sounds like an awful idea. The smoke would wash over us.
What
yeah.
if we close the door?
Well,
That just does not sound like a good idea. At all.
it does sound fun though.
Agreed.
I mean,
can't
we'd
burn it
probably
from a
be too
distance.
high to enjoy it if those fumes got out.
I say you guys do that. I'll go check the
Corvez,
ooze
you
room.
guys do it. I don't want to do it. You guys can do it.
Well, he's not much help in that regard. Like, he's not a magic wielder. He can't light shit on fire from a distance. So you guys do that. I'll go check the other room, make sure no more oozes have reappeared.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So Sibo, Volmer, and Dalmar as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the three of you. Go to the bottom.
You're really doing this?
I'm doing this. Okay. I actually have a plan to do this not stupid.
What
Oh,
if they're like
I'm-
incredibly valuable and you're burning like 5,000 GP worth of flowers?
It'll be worth it. Anyway. So, can I use...
What if you die, though?
I'm not gonna die.
What
Okay.
if you like seize up? What if you like inhale the
Alright,
smoke
alright,
and it's, like,
alright.
your lungs degrade instantly and you die?
Can I use oil and like make a trail leading from like one of the stems outside into the hallway?
Do you have oil?
I think I do.
Peter, that'd be weird. That's a very good question. Does Volmer have oil?
Why don't I have oil? Oil is important.
Since you do not have oil.
If you don't have it, then
Does Sibo have any?
Scanrune isn't giving it to you.
Does Sibo have any?
I'm 90% sure does not have oil, but I will double check. No, he doesn't, because he's lost a lot of things.
Does anyone have oil I can borrow?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have a lot.
Ah.
It's none that I'm willing to lend for suicide.
It's not
Do
suicide.
you have
The
oil?
oil's the way to do it safely.
No, even Scanner doesn't have oil. I don't think so. Hang on. Oh, he does. What the fuck?
I was gonna say, Sibo should have oil on him.
Sibo does not have oil on him.
Really?
So no
No.
one has oil. So
Don't
the
forget,
only way
he
to
lost
do
all
this
of
would
his
be to
stuff
set
when
it
the
on
Shauna
fire
gone
and then close the
poof.
door quickly.
Fair enough.
I was gonna like make a trail of oil out of the room and then close the door so that way it can go under the door and then like.
Sibo just raises his hand and says, "I can firebolt."
See, but the idea was that we do it without having to close the door quickly. But if we have
You
no
wanna know
more
something
method,
funny?
I have somewhat of a plan.
Corrales has oil, doesn't he?
No. Sibo should still have some black powder on him.
No, I thought you lost that.
No,
one.
he had that in the bag.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he always
Okay.
kept that on him.
Can I light a torch and use Mage Hand to hold it above the flowers?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. And
So
here's
how
the here.
long has it been since I made comms?
It has been about an hour and 20 some minutes, so you still got comms.
Okay.
Does anyone have oil I can borrow? Oil I can borrow.
Why?
He
Well,
doesn't
if we want
have
to do this
oil.
safely, I need some oil to lead from under the door.
Fine.
Vorm, are you familiar with what a gas leak is and the implications they have on mining?
Would I be?
Basically, what happens when you release gas
Especially
in an underground
being
space?
from Keeley and Escher, yes, it is a danger. A massive danger. It runs the risk of poisoning the air or blowing the fuck up on the people. Whichever of the two happens.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that beats all of your arguments against this. It's funny though.
Yeah.
I don't think Iskander would take that as an answer. I'm sorry.
See, but Volmir would.
So, Dalmar, do you hand over your flask of oil?
Sure, I have 2 flasks of it.
Alright. So,
I can
Okay,
spare a
So-
bit of one.
I'm gonna make a trail from one of like the base routes, just outside of it, outside the door, and then I'm gonna shut the door.
as you go to
And
shut the door, you see the oil get smeared across, as that door is very nicely flush with the ground.
Does it look like it'll still work?
With your intelligence and Zevo's intelligence, no.
Fuck.
But I will tell you, though, your idea about mage handing a torch, perfectly fine. Because little known fact, you don't need to see where mage hand is to let mage hand go.
Okay, then I guess I'm just gonna do that, and I'm going to like use. Do I have any cloth or anything? Let me double check my inventory. I don't have anything I can.
I mean, you
just...
got the oil. You could just do torch, boop.
Well, the idea was that I was gonna block off the top and bottom of the door to make sure there wasn't a crack open.
You can do that while your hand's active.
I was looking for an item I could do that with, so if I walked away, I'd be fine.
I mean, your clothes. Wink, wink.
No, Darren, no, Volmir, or not Darren. Volmir's not stripping for this stupid thing.
I mean, most of his clothes are hanging on by tatters because they were burned to shit with acid and fireballs anyway. He basically has an expensive loincloth at this point.
But regardless, are you
Anyway.
dropping the torch in the room?
Yep, I'm dropping the torch and I'm running in the opposite direction.
Yep. As you close the door and you drop the torch to light up the town, you just walk away from that door, not knowing whether or not the flowers burned, just leaving it as it is. Meanwhile, Corveus and Fulbright, with Dalmar having to go back for a little bit, and you go towards the room, and Corveus, you notice first and foremost, especially as you're going around the corner and Scanner is starting to walk towards the room, the lid for the goblet is still off, and you can't help but notice that there is some new liquid in there.
That's not good. Don't move. Is
He'll
the
respond
chest...
to it going, what's not good?
Okay, so that pot over there, or that goblet, had the black ooze in it. There's now liquid in there again. Is the chest closed?
The chest is not closed.
The chest is open.
Yep.
Gold pile.
Dalmar,
Gold pile still looks shifted from when Darren grabbed the bunch.
Dalmar, are you able to manipulate things telekinetically?
No. I can throw daggers and talk. That's it.
I think it's best we leave this alone then.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright.
I'll just jot down some measurements for the map and mark this off. Mark the room off.
You guys make your way back, and the whole group kind of just reconvenes in the very barren, empty slime room. You guys begin to make your way up.
with the gas leak.
Yeah, the black ooze is back, even though I saw its dead corpse.
Should we go then? Is it right behind you? Is it chasing you right now?
Yes, Sibo, right behind me.
Okay, and he's just going.
Wait,
Okay,
no, Sibo, no.
it's still in the goblet, but nothing of worth over there.
Well, let's go
I'll
chase
just
Sibo after you scared him
sneak
off.
into this room and take measurements.
Okay. And you do see in that room, after the shattered door, you do see that the cage itself has just been shattered from the inside out.
I
The
assume so.
grating has just been destroyed.
About that.
Alright, well, I'm fairly certain that's all of this place.
As you guys begin to make your way out.
I'll go out ahead of them, just so that if there's anyone right out there, they see me coming out, not one of the murderers.
Well, since Zebo ran out first, since Corveus gave him a little bit of a spook. As you guys begin to
We're
leave
still
out,
on comms.
Yeah, like I assume someone would tell him to pull back before
you actually
we
do
roll it out.
see Zebo is standing right outside the cave that leads towards the stronghold. And he's just talking with someone.
Can I see who he's talking to?
Not at the angle. He's like still standing right there at the cave, and he's talking to someone right past the wall. But it sounds feminine in voice, and it seems like they're having actually a rather friendly, maybe partially confused conversation. It's like, you have to come back with me. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, I've been trying to find you. There's someone else out there impersonating you. I know it's not you. I don't even know who you are. I don't know what's going on.
Sibo is the nega Sibo this whole time.
He's the imposter.
And as do you make your way closer?
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
walk
I'm
up right
coming up.
behind him.
I'm worried that like Sibo's about to get grabbed if he wanders off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
you-
am like.
You make your way out. You do see a female deep gnome of sorts just talking to him, and as she kind of like takes a step back hesitantly when you guys all kind of come out of the cave, he maybe goes like, those are my friends, but maybe they'll understand better than me. What are you trying to say? And she kind of just like, I don't know who you guys are. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but I need to take him home.
What's
There's
his name?
something going on.
You know what? That's a good
is this gnome's
response.
name?
That's actually a very good response.
What do you ask?
I asked the female gnome what Sibo's name is. I don't say Sibo's name, but I ask her, what is this gnome's name?
Well, he claims it's Sibo now, but I know him from before he took that name.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, same here.
Insight check.
Probably same here.
Jesus, you people!
We are on her ass.
And then there's Skander.
I don't particularly care about the insight roll at this point.
Yeah. But,
I'm like already on it. So
yeah,
what she said,
so-
she says that he was.
He claims his
Going
name
by
is
a number
Sibo,
name.
but that's not his original name, according to her. And as the three of you kind of like focus in on her words, you see that you can hear the worry, the nervousness in her voice. And you don't see any sign of her trying to bullshit you. In fact, she actually looks rather desperate, if anything. I'm really sorry. I'm probably... he's a really great help. I know he is. He's done so much for his family and our home, and we need him back.
What's
But
going on? What's wrong?
someone is walking around impersonating him. They don't take his name, but they take the way he looks. Maybe you can help me. Help him. Clear his name.
We were
That seemed to have already been our objective.
over mental comms. This could be our target.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I'm going to say to her, I'm sorry, but I think you have the wrong man. And I'm gonna like grab her.
You're gonna try to grab her?
Yes.
Make an athletics check. You go to grab her, and with a swiftness and strength you didn't expect, she grabs onto your own arm and almost pulls you down to her level. And almost makes a move almost like, I can hurt you, and just lets you go. Like, I am not trying to start a fight here.
I feel we were getting a little bit hasty here.
Yeah, Fulbright, pull back a bit, soldier.
Sibo,
All right.
what do you have to
So
say
I'm just
about
gonna
this?
say what I'm thinking. She's got this backwards. The one who started this is the one who she thinks Sibo is.
No, I know him. He would never do anything like this.
He doesn't
He's
know
got-
you.
He has a good heart. I know you have a good heart. And Sibo just kind of looks at you, Corvus goes like, she's saying things I don't know, I don't understand, but
Where's he from?
we're from across the water, if you get my drift. We're not from here. We're from a small little shelter society. It's off the coast. It's like a day's travel off. No one should know where we're from. No one should know who we are. Sibo came here on accident. He wanted to find a new life. That's even why he changed his name, I'm willing to bet.
I'll look at Sibo. Sibo, where are you from?
Actually, I don't know.
You don't know?
I woke up in that city, and I kind of just made a life for myself.
In what city, Sibo?
Gabbington. And you see her immediately recognize this. You were heading there to get a smithing job, a good one. I don't know what you're doing out here, but I know you wouldn't have done what these people are blaming you for.
Can I insight both of them?
Make an insight check. First one is for Sibo, second one is for her.
Can I do the same?
God, yeah.
Paranoid
Never mind,
fucker.
no, they need to.
There's a reason I took insight.
Yeah. It's very useful.
So,
And you get the idea that Sibo, in the time that you've known him, you can read him, and he's not lying. And neither is this woman. Look, I know how
do
this
you
looks.
know this gnome is the Sibo you're looking for?
Come
How
on.
are you certain this is the original?
You wanna know how I know? He's singed all over, he's hurt, and he has a mustache.
Does the other one not have a mustache?
No, he does, but something tells me he's not getting himself into trouble at every corner he finds himself in. Sibo immediately kind of like, I do kind of do that every time, even at the Smith.
yeah.
Alright, so at this point, Iskander is gonna cross his arms and say, I believe you. However, I can't let you take this gnome just yet.
I look to Sibo. What do you
Whatever
want
the imposter, as you call it, has done, it's been connected with my companions here. So I cannot allow them to go out there to town and get lynched for whatever this imposter has done. You're going to have to clear it up with them before you take him.
And with all due respect, I wouldn't like Sibo to go quite yet either. I do think he should go home eventually, but I feel like he should, in the end, make the choice either way. So Sibo, up to you once we clear your name.
You kind of see a longing on Sibo's face immediately, of like all this conversation of home, possibly remembering. And you do see hesitation in his face before he kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know where I came from. And it'd be really nice to know. If I promise you guys I'll come back, will you be okay with me going? And even she kind of like gives him a punch to the shoulder. It's like, you're gonna come back. You never abandon your friends.
I'm gonna squat down, pull Sibo in real close, almost like I'm giving him a hug, and whisper in his ear, go find out where you're from. Some of us don't get that luxury. Now, let him go.
You watch as
You're sort of right, my friend.
I fucking hate you, Volmer, so much.
you watch as Sibo kind of takes off his goggles and he hands them to Dalmar. It'll let you see in the night. I know you have trouble.
Oh,
Thank you, Sibo.
I wish I had something to give to you, even though we just met, Skundaroon. But thanks for accepting me when you think I'm a murderer.
Weird help tip.
friendship.
Just
We've been over this. Whatever suspicions I may have had are gone now.
Well, I'll be back, and I'll make sure that none of them exist anymore.
Well,
Very good.
you've convinced me, but you still have some talk to do down at town.
The town's all asleep right now, so you guys can get out whenever you want. I'm gonna take him home. But if you want to know, the last time I heard his name, I heard he was heading towards Bolunzar in the Grand Duchy, south of here. I don't know what he has planned, or I don't know why he's using his face. But if you can stop him, you'll make this little guy happy. And he kind of like grabs him onto the shoulders.
Stay safe. Stay quiet. Be sure to write.
Oh, I'll be quiet, all right. And he just like punches himself in the shoulder, like with that ringing metal sound.
Yeah.
clang, 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 clang.
Literally. And as the two of them kind of just together, they walk off outside towards the cave. You can still hear the conversation going, and he goes like, "So where am I from?" And you just hear a smack on the back of the head. It's like, "Didn't I tell you it's secret? That's why I didn't even tell them your real name." He was like, "Well, then what is my name?" "I told you, I'll tell you along the way."
They're siblings. Calling it now.
Yeah. Siblings or childhood friends, one or the other.
So,
Why not both?
Mhm.
but as Sibo goes off to his new adventure back home, you all have a new destination for possibly chasing this imposter, this Nega Sibo, or whatever he may be. We'll end the session there. On time, early relatively
Yeah.
on time.
Good shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, we do have to. That's obviously the reason I took Sibo out for a little bit. Hopefully, he comes back to us in the future when his family isn't a dick and doesn't want to keep pulling him away from D&D.
Right.
Oh,
D&D is
did he
more
have
important than family.
real
That is a
life
joke.
events?
His family doesn't want him sitting in the house on Sundays.
That's it.
No.
Yep, that's literally it. So
Not even on
unfortunately,
Sunday evenings. I never
Yeah.
got that.
had to pull out Sibo for a little bit. I know, Skander, you said that you might have someone lined up to join the campaign. Go ahead and send them my way. Obviously, we'll converse with that, see if we can get back to a 5-man party. If not, we might stick to 4-man. I might bring it up to 6. Who knows? We'll figure it out in the next week.
Okay.
I love how everyone instantly agreed they hated me mid-scene.
What happened?
when I sent the message, when I sent the joke.
I mean, I
Oh, yeah.
didn't want to interrupt things.
The little serious moment. By the way, chat, if you want to know what he said, is when Corveus whispered into Sibo's ear a very supportive message and a very nice tone. Bulmer just said, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear."
Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, this is very much why we cannot have nice things. But
Oh, Jesus.
I
In
send
either
bullshit
case-
in the chat all the time. It's fine.
Yeah. In either case, we'll leave it there. We're gonna pick up next week on the hunt for whoever this Nega Sibo is.
Nice.
Hey, for once,
Hopefully-
Corvus isn't being the one hunted. He's the hunter.
Yeah, he's now the hunter. Yeah. And
Yay.
Skander has a new target if he so desires to put him that way.
Okay.
I cannot wait. This is gonna be fun. This is starting to get complicated to the way of complicated shit, and I'm starting to love it.
I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
They'd start going city to city trying to track people down.
It's time for our globe-trotting adventure.
So, continent trotting. Maybe you'll go across the ocean. Maybe.
I mean,
Uh,
well, I was going to say it was already
Never
dimensional
mind, right.
traveling, but everyone who did that is gone now.
Literally, yeah. Everyone who went to the other plane is gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh?
Homer is the only one who's gone plane hopping now, and that's just to the abyss for literally like a minute.
Hey, and in gameplay terms, after completing this dungeon, have we leveled up?
Not quite yet. You still have to make it out of the town. But I will say that it, like she said, it's gonna be of no issues. So, you know, fuck it. Yeah, we'll level up right now.
Fuck
'Cause ain't
yeah.
nothing's gonna happen
Let's
next
say,
week.
did we
so.
not get XP for beating 3 bosses?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Nice.
Let's go ahead and.
Corvus
move on.
beat 3 bosses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Corvus gains 4 levels.
Fuck yeah. I'll take even just 2. Come on.
The useless one levels up. Huzzah!
Once I get to 6, that's when I get to have some more fun.
Yeah, no. At this
Fireball.
point, this is literally the point where your characters are starting to develop to the point where they're starting to piss me off.
What makes you say that?
Level
we
6
can do
is gonna be
shit.
that moment where y'all have all your abilities and stuff, except for Skander since he's got multi-class now. But even
Yeah.
so, the 3 of you are gonna start pissing me the fuck off once you hit level 6.
At the
Why?
very
What
least,
are we gonna
with,
do? Like we're just...
Well, I think it's because Dalmar gets evasion, I think, at that level. Corvus
you know what's the
gets...
level you're gonna be pissed at me at? Level 11. Because that's when I get action surge.
Corvus, I think, has Stunning Strike now.
No. I think that's 7.
No,
No,
it
can't be.
7. It's 5 or 6.
Let me see.
So, I've only done this 4 or 5, 10, 35 times. How do I do the thing?
Alright, go to the upper left to your name,
Oh, fuck. I have extra attack now.
then edit character.
I get 3rd level spells. Fuck yeah.
You have 3rd level spells now. You have Dispel Magic if you want it now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting fucking Dispel Magic.
I'm getting Warcaster.
There you go.
Yay!
Let's see, what else do I need?
Then don't forget to roll for your HP on the Discord bot. Same command, and add it on to your rolled HP.
I rolled a
Automatically add con for you.
fucking 2.
I'm getting Fireball.
Oh god.
I'm really
Oof.
relying on
Oof.
my rolls to not be tissue paper.
We have 2 2s so far. And
Yeah.
for chat, for you guys to know, I do rerolls on 1s, but only 1 reroll. So if you get 1 2 times in a row, you're stuck with it. But
Yeah,
that also means 2 is the worst possibility you can ever have because it's not enough for a reroll and it's got literally nothing.
Yep. So yes, I do have Stunning Strikes now.
Yeah, I told you, it's all 5, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I thought that was a
Other
command.
way, Volmer, exclamation point R.
level 7's when I get evasion. That's what it was.
4, not bad. And last but not least, Dalmar. What are we looking
4 plus con.
5, there we go. We got some really good rolls in here. But, yeah, in either case, holy shit, we ended with 5 viewers at the end of the day. That's actually really fucking nice to hear.
Nice.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, as we're literally just leveling up at this point, live on air.
Yeah. I got 2 on
And
my end.
Me expressing my pain of now I have to really ramp it up a notch because they have Stunning Strike, they have Evasion, or no, not Evasion yet. Oh no, you have cunning. I think you have what's it called? The dodging action thing, the dodge reaction for Dalmar.
I have both Warcaster proficiency in con and arcane deflection.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think.
I'm never going to fail a concentration save.
I don't think rogues get dodge as a bonus action. Only monks
Uncanny
do.
No,
dodge.
reaction.
Starting a
If
5th
you
level,
cut
an
damage in half.
attacker
Oh yeah.
that you can see hits you with an attack. You
That
can
one.
use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
That one.
Yeah.
So
And our
what's that,
proficiency bonus goes up.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah, your proficiencies are now officially +3. Hey.
Nice.
Yep.
Let's fucking go.
So whatever you're good at, you just got better.
Ooh,
Uncanny
yeah.
dodge. Yeah, that's.
Passive perception.
Except for
passive
lockpicking,
insight.
I'm just strangely good at that for
Yeah,
some
you
reason.
are so strangely good at that. At some point, who knows? Fulmer might legit just get lockpicking as a proficiency because he's that fucking good at it.
We're like power gaming. We're forcing people who don't have proficiency to do everything so they can get the proficiency.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
The funny thing is, like, it started as a joke of like, okay, Volmir picked the lock.
Literally. And now it's just turned into, well, Volmer, you're getting the better roll, so go and pick the lock.
Yeah. That's a good.
The little known overpowered feature of Warcaster is I don't have to say I sheave or unsheave my sword every turn.
Yep. You don't have to ever, like, have to be without a weapon. You can just go, whapa, bitch. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we didn't have any fights this round because that would be awkward.
Yeah,
for me.
and any, like, actual fights, yeah.
Wait a minute.
We only had, like, slime,
hell?
and now this boss thing. Which, by the way, that boss thing, I'm amazed you guys didn't connect the dots there.
What do you
To
mean?
get it through the portal.
Yeah?
Well, I think we just assumed that was impossible since it was so fucking jacked.
Yeah, like, I don't think physically any of us could get that thing through the portal.
Maybe
No.
I could have like used the battering ram. That would have been
Yep.
a cool thing.
That could have worked.
Also, we wanted the armor, and we couldn't do that if it was on the other
You're
side.
not wrong.
Yeah.
I love it, I love it, I love it. But, in either case, you guys leveling up. We're gonna see if we can get some more people in next week. A 4-man party is perfectly fine. I'm not saying it's not fine. I just like
It's not
having
fine.
more people in the party
I'm saying it.
because I like to throw some real big shit at my players.
I'm still waiting for it. I've been waiting to get reamed
sneak
on your
attack card
encounters,
go up?
and it just hasn't happened.
You
Yeah.
did.
I was gonna say, yeah, Darren literally did. Darren died.
Well, that doesn't count. He like had he had a glyph of warding happen to him, and then he just got murdered in a hallway. So.
Yeah. But in either case, this has been awesome. I'm also, I'll be honest, I did not expect you guys to spend another fucking session in this place. Another
I did.
session.
Why not? That's because we spend so much time fiddling with like, all right, who's gonna do the door?
Literally.
That's every
All the
D&D
little-
game, guys. Like,
We're gonna play at this pace. We gotta play more.
This
I
is
was
fun.
Just like, come on, like they gotta leave eventually, right? Like they gotta leave eventually, right? It was like tail end of the session. All right, now we're leaving. Like, oh my god.
I mean, the last dungeon I fucking ran, I like, okay, we'll spend like 2-3 sessions in here. It was like 6 or 7.
I mean,
Hey,
we
the
spent what?
advantage of staying in here for so long is that now everyone in the town has just lost the energy to pursue us.
Hey,
Yeah.
guess what? That's partially the reason why she said like, oh yeah, you guys are fine. The town's asleep because they're like, these people aren't coming out. They have to be dead at this point, right? It's been 10 fucking hours.
Yeah.
They
Good.
think we don't give a fuck anymore.
Who would sit in a cave for 10 hours?
Exactly. That's why the whole town
What
people are like,
idiots would sit and fuck around in a cave for 10 hours? They gotta
Us.
be dead.
But yeah, so we're gonna come back to all this next week. Y'all gonna be level 5. We might have more people. We might not. Who knows?
I
I'll
like
figure
that-
that out along the week.
With the length of the session, we've spent almost as much time real time as our characters have.
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. I think
Yeah.
this is the 4th session in here. I think
Third.
Third.
3rd. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been here for 9 hours. So yeah, yeah. Basically real time spending in the dungeon.
Fuck
Real-time
yeah.
D&D.
Real-time D&D,
You only
let's
get
go.
that here.
Yep. You know what? We're starting that next week. Real time D&D. The next D&D session's all travel.
Fuck. Oh shit.
Okay. Let's wrap this
Yep.
up because Corveas has to go.
Yep.
I need to get some fucking food in me.